Yo, what it do? This is the
What
Flight
up?
Room Podcast.
Howdy.
We live, big baby. We live, and this is the end of 2020. It's a wrap. This is our 2020 rewind. I want my fellas, C-Mo,
Yo.
Lighthouse,
What it do?
PNHD,
Hey,
Keys, Hey Al,
man.
and Shaq.
What's up, peoples?
First and foremost, fellas, what we drinking tonight in the celebration? What y'all drinking?
Oh, I got a little bit of Neris left, so I'm gonna squeak this, and then I got the Douce XO
Okay.
Ooh.
Black Bottle.
Put my cup down.
I got the 1856 in there.
Oh, that shit mean.
Yeah.
It's a good year.
Yeah, I got some little Henny right here. A little bit of Henny.
I like that.
We going to
Classic.
I have a red cup. I have a red cup filled with alcohol.
What you got, C-Mo? You got that Don Q?
If you've been following the show, you know it's some Don Q over here. 9 times out of 10.
What about you, Al? What you got, Al?
I just made myself an old fashioned.
Okay.
Why you squeaking like that, though?
And you got the old fashioned ice too. You got the
Right.
So let's toast it up
Toast.
to the end of this bullshit year, this 2020 enigma.
L'chaim.
We already said like this was gonna be, a bullshit year about all the bullshit we went through. Yeah. Oh, some ground rules before we get started.
Oh yeah.
If anybody, huh?
Are we drinking now, before, or after you?
Yeah, we were done.
Oh, we
Oh,
just
shit. Too late.
Yeah. But look, if anybody says no homo or pause, you gotta drink.
Just
let
that
that
one person, or everybody got a drink?
Whoever the fuck say it.
Oh, okay.
Nah, everybody got a drink.
You got it.
Everybody's drinking.
You gotta let it rock. You gotta let it rock.
Mm.
All right, so I got a random question. When y'all hear the number 2020, what's like the first thing to come to your head?
Vision.
Yeah. My
2020.
shitty ass eyes.
Say lost.
Law?
Lost.
Lost. Like lost.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but not to be all morbid or everything, but that is kind of the first thing I think about,
Okay.
yeah.
I think about like just havoc. Like like if we're talking about 2020 the year, I think about havoc. It's almost like I don't know if everybody has seen Lovecraft, but it's like everything that could go wrong has gone wrong.
Yeah.
It's almost like an unspeakable year. Like you wouldn't predict everything that has happened this past year. So I would just say one word. I would just say havoc.
Havoc. Okay. I like that one.
I don't know, man. I'll say
got one.
yeah, I'll say consciousness, man. I feel like people had a shift in consciousness this year. A lot of motherfuckers woke up, came out the cave. White people are hip to racism. And, yeah, that's why I say consciousness.
Well, Shaq, you said Lovecraft, so let's just jump into like our first, our this kind of like an award ceremony. What do y'all think the best series of 2020 is?
And this could be TV or, I guess TV or like
Netflix.
limited series. Yeah. All that.
Streaming, all that. What's the best series of 2020?
I'm gonna start with the one that dropped this summer. We're gonna go Last Dance. The Last Dance.
Last Dance. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, nice. What was that? 8 weeks, 8-week little just reminiscent of Mike and the whole Chicago Bulls era, that dynasty. I thought that was like a great actually that was probably one of the first breakthroughs of 2020 because everybody's attention was on that shit. I remember it was supposed to come out like they moved it up early. They bumped it up early to come out. That was an important drop of 2020. I feel like
that shit was clutch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you got real personal. Yeah, so I like that one. That's one of the best.
Yeah, that's one I was looking forward to like every Sunday too, man. Like during the pandemic, like to see, the evolution of Michael Jordan during his NBA career, man, that shit was priceless.
Right.
I ain't
I
even
like
finished that.
I'm gonna go with HBO's Outsider.
Ooh, the outside.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that was a good one. Yeah, Ryan
That
put me
was
onto that joint. That was
that
good.
El
was
Cuco.
crazy.
Yeah.
Like, and it's crazy because it dropped like in the middle of the pandemic. It was like, and
Yeah.
it was like almost directly relatable to what we was going through. It was really, really crazy.
It was like the beginning of the pandemic for real.
Really?
Like right at the beginning.
Yeah, that was before summer, wasn't it?
Maybe I ain't catch it until later. Start
Yeah,
watching that bitch.
that was a good one.
But yeah, that was a pretty dope show.
Yeah, El Cuco.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Shit, we waiting on season 2, ain't we?
Yes,
Hell
sir.
Mhm.
Got to.
Who else got one? Series.
I went with
I'm gonna just say,
Ozark.
Oh, go ahead.
The latest season of Ozark. That was probably my favorite series this year. And honestly, I wasn't
That
even
was
watching
good.
it. A lot of people was telling me about it, so I decided to just catch it on that season right there. And then, I was hooked. I usually don't binge watch, but I was definitely binge watching that show. So I would definitely make that my number one person.
Yeah, that's definitely a binge-worthy show. That shit is deep.
Man, make sure your anxiety is straight. That's the most stressful person in America. That motherfucker right there. He knows the most shit. I swear to God.
Whole time it's the whole family though. It's not even just like one person.
Yeah,
in the show.
you're right.
The whole
You are
family.
right though.
Who do you think the most cutthroat person on that show is though?
Marty.
Girl. Yeah,
Wendy,
Marty.
easy.
Yeah, Wendy.
Nah,
wife.
Wendy, the
Wendy.
girl.
Wendy is cutthroat, nigga. Wendy don't give a
Yeah.
damn.
I agree.
Like for real, she was kind of getting them in a lot of their trouble and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because she
Right.
was like impulsive. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like when she had her eyes on the prize, you couldn't stop her. Yeah. Like, you couldn't.
she was blood drunk.
So yeah,
Mhm.
she was though.
Yeah.
It's all about
What
her.
else y'all
too.
got,
She
though?
wasn't even-
Oh, go ahead.
Did y'all see the joint called C with the Aquaman Bama?
Mm-mm.
You don't know?
No, that's
It was on Disney Plus.
What's it
I
called?
think
again?
was it Disney? No, I'm not Disney Plus. I'm sorry. It was on Apple.
Apple TV.
My fault.
Yeah.
Apple TV. Yeah.
What's it called again, Corey?
It's called C SEE.
SEE.
So it's like post-apocalyptic. Everybody in the future is blind and shit.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Except for
like that
his,
shit.
yeah, except for his newborn son.
Damn.
And he the only one that can see, and they think he's like some type of witch or some shit like that. It's dope. Yeah, I'm waiting on it.
That sounded like the Matrix and some shit like that. That was definitely a subliminal. Like he was woke and everybody was asleep. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That's what that shit was about.
Yeah, that's on dope.
Yeah.
I wonder how they're gonna mind bend that new Matrix. Like they gotta come with like a crazy mind fuck.
They are.
They have to. They have.
It's no other way to do it.
Interdimensional shit. They have to go like all out. They have to max out.
You don't think it's been too long since the last one?
That's why they got
nah.
going crazy.
Because I feel like Matrix is always a relevant, like just in any general conversation, you can always just throw that movie in there and people will know what you're talking about. So I feel like Matrix always just going to be a relevant movie. Like I really do.
Yeah, and plus you got to remember that Neo he connected himself back to the Matrix, so he's like lost again. It's crazy. It's crazy.
They're gonna have to do something like super innovative too, because you remember the first Matrix that came out, it was like before its time, you know what I mean? So like it had some technology, intricacies. It had like some you got to be aware of your surroundings type shit. Like, are you going through like just methodical, daily tasks every day? So I think they're going to try to like, I hope it's not too much, but I think they're going to try to do something like, innovative that we as a society don't like really think about. That's what I love. I love movies that make you think and make you, kind of like think outside the box. So I think that'd be dope if they could do that. But you brought up Lovecraft. That was actually my pick, Lovecraft. And then I'm gonna just throw this one for the series. because nobody has touched on this, and this is just like this is a tearjerker too. But I'm gonna throw in This Is Us just because they running strong.
Oh God, I
you
cannot
don't
watch
know.
that show, dog.
Man,
That show is mad.
Yeah, dog. You talk about a show
So
that
emotional, yeah.
yeah, it
Bruh.
is.
Oh my God, I
Am I
barely got
tripping?
through the
What is this?
And
about?
homeboy,
man. It's that like adopted show.
what's
The shit is
his name? Sterling Brown.
Sterling Brown,
Sharp,
yeah.
what's his name? The main
Sterling
guy.
Brown.
Sterling Brown, yeah, but he probably the best crier in TV and cinema. Like that nigga
hands down.
cries like so amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Yeah.
I can't watch that show though. Like
I got two more though.
Yeah, you gotta see that, Brandon. That joint is deep and it's emotional, and they touch on a lot of different aspects, religion, race, all of that.
Everything. That show is well written too. I will say that.
What else you got, Simo? You say you got two more?
I got that Bumpy Johnson, Godfather of Harlem.
That was 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah, that came out earlier this year.
And I got the Tiger King. Everybody fuck with the Tiger King.
Oh yeah, that shit was crazy.
oh yeah, that shit was wild.
That's probably my
Which one?
The Tiger King, the craziest
yeah.
miniseries you'll see.
That is.
I tell you right damn now, I put a cap in your ass. If I ever play it, dog.
That shit was like
Yo, this nigga made a diss record though to the other lady that was doing the same shit. Like, that's wild.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And
yeah,
it wasn't,
videos and everything.
and it wasn't just a diss record. It was like a violent, like like threatening.
Going
like,
hard on that.
that joint was
Yeah.
Like he was going
Records.
super hard on that joint.
yeah, that was crazy.
Pause.
That was
Oh, there you go.
Yes.
That was so on purpose.
he had the cup ready. He was like,
Oh, and just so y'all
We
know,
need to watch that.
anytime,
Hey, this nigga Brian gonna try to get us drunk, dog.
but anytime
watch
it's dead
this.
air, anytime it's dead air, I'm gonna play a video of every time we said pause. I only got like 5 in the chamber, but every time it's dead air, I got a couple ready to go.
Boom.
all right.
But Al, what you got? Best series?
Hey, just so y'all know too, Brianna J in the chat said she fuck with the C Joan too, Corey. That's your shit. But
Which
Brianna
one?
J,
Oh, the C. Oh,
C.
yeah.
But my
All right,
Joan,
we appreciate that.
yeah, my Joan, I wonder if it's just off of like recency for me. But the Queen's Gambit jump, you know, that jump was hard, you know.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it wasn't necessarily nothing like no action packed. Damn it.
I was waiting for Brian.
I knew it was coming.
It wasn't no action packed. It wasn't no action packed thriller or nothing like that. But that jump just was like a nice little thinking man's jump, and especially because I grew up and I always wanted to play chess, so that shit was love to watch.
Yeah, no, I heard that shit was good though.
B, you was on that shit too, right?
I binge watched that joint actually. That shit was actually pretty good.
Yeah,
it was good.
I binge watch a rack of shit during quarantine. But if I had to say best series, it would probably be Lovecraft. It would be the 3rd season of Westworld, just off the first episode alone.
Westworld,
Oh yeah, hey, Westworld's a gangsta ass show.
The first episode is so fucking hard.
Yeah, that's a gangsta ass show, man.
Yeah.
Futuristic.
Yeah, I love that show, man.
And she, Dolores, that bitch need just a solo movie.
A spinoff, yeah.
Not even a spinoff. She just need like some type of some super espionage. Yeah, not even just like
a
character.
lead,
She needs like a lead role. Just some badass spy type shit. She needs yeah.
I was gonna say Watchmen too, but that came out October of 19.
Yeah.
I feel like that caught on kind of. I saw early 2020.
Yeah, I think I did the same time too. Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was good though.
But Watchmen was kind of like foreshadowing, like you said, if it came out at the end of 2019, that shit foreshadowed a lot of shit that happened in 2020, like a lot.
It did. I just like how they did it. The black cast, like, all that shit. Like I just like how they did that for sure. She needs to start directing more too.
You know what?
She got a movie coming out too. Just so y'all know.
Okay.
What's that called? You know?
One Night in Miami. One something night in Miami or something. But it's the jump chronicling Muhammad Ali, fucking Sam Cooke, Lenny Cooke.
Okay.
It's like four Obamas in.
Yeah, I thought it was Malcolm X, Muhammad Ali, and is it James Brown?
What are y'all talking about?
Yeah, I know
There's a movie coming out that has like them
all
dudes.
four of them. Yeah.
It's called like A Night in Miami. It's like Muhammad Ali, Malcolm X, like they all got together and they just went out on a night, like just
I ain't
being
seen this joint
them.
either, Randall. Yeah, I need to see this joint.
Yeah.
And it's produced by directed by Virginia King.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a trailer out. It's a trailer.
Yeah, coming to Amazon.
Check that joint. Then.
Oh, that's gonna be on Amazon. Okay.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be like so many productions that drop next year too, man. They coming straight to these channels. Like that, I really feel like that movie shit's about to be dead. Like
You
seriously.
think so?
Yeah. Just because, man, it's going directly to the consumer. You cutting out the middleman.
But P, I like going to the movies though. Like I like going to the movies.
Yeah.
Remember when we had a theater
me too.
room at Bowie?
Yeah.
You do in the house. Like, that's what I'm saying. You bring the experience to you. That's what's about to start happening. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah,
It'll still be them some of them folks, some of them studios will still try to hold out. And just
I
put
still
them
go to
joints in
IMAX.
these theaters.
I'll go see IMAX.
Yeah,
I
like I don't have no
definitely
IMAX at my house.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
You
I
know
mean,
what I'm saying?
IMAX will be
since we on the topic of movies, we might as well go get into the best movies of 2020. So one of y'all go ahead and start that off. Give us y'all top movie of 2020.
Man, best movie of 2020. I'm gonna start out with the late bloomer, Tenet. Tenet was probably the best movie I saw last year.
I gotta watch it again.
Or this year.
I gotta watch it again.
I'm ready to break that jump down.
Yeah,
Whenever
I
y'all
kind of
ready to
feel
break
like that's a given though.
No, yeah.
I mean,
that
I
was
haven't
great.
seen it yet, but I spoke to this lady that worked in the movie theaters, and she said that was like the movie that the industry was like banking on to get people back in the theaters. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's like, you know, all around consensus number one movie of 2020 when it's all said and done. So I mean, so yeah.
Yeah. I could see that though. That probably was like the blockbuster of the year. Now that you say that shit.
Yeah. Right after
I mean, it wasn't a whole bunch to choose from.
Because the theater wasn't open either.
Yeah.
Right after Tenet, I say the best one after Tenet is The Gentleman, and that came out like January.
That was a good one with McConaughey.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah,
That's really good.
I still have not seen that.
Oh, you
That
tripping.
dialogue, man,
Like
the
January.
dialogue. I think I was texting.
Yeah.
I think I was texting you, Remy,
Yeah.
about the dialogue of that shit. That shit is just amazing. Like it had no boring segments in there. Like the whole joint was just like beautifully like screened.
That's a Guy Ritchie film, ain't it?
Yep.
Colin Farrell's in there?
Yeah, this one. Guy Ritchie know what he doing.
That was good. That was good.
I'll tell you, I'm gonna check that out in the next couple of days for real.
Yeah, you got to.
Yeah.
I watched it done like back to back, like watched it one night, then 2 nights later, watch it again. That's how.
Yeah. I like doing that shit too, because sometimes it should be on my mind. Trying to sift through it.
I think my movie was actually one that dropped on Netflix, which was Extraction with
That was a good one.
yeah, and I think that actually caught me off guard. Like I was not expecting for it to actually be that good.
Yeah, that shit was action packed.
Yeah, from the very beginning. From the very beginning.
I saw he's about to do Hulk Hogan.
What?
Oh, really?
For real?
A Hulk Hogan movie?
Like biopic. Yep. Hemsworth there.
Wow.
Damn.
Motherfucker got jacked. Gained like
Man, that's gonna be something to see, huh?
Yeah, I gotta see
Wow.
that.
He be the perfect person to play. He be the perfect person to play Hogan too, for real. If you think about it,
I can see that too. I can really see
Hogan about because Chris Hemsworth, that nigga about 6'5" or some shit at least, right? At least every character he plays like a big ass nigga. So I'm assuming Hogan about 6'5", so yeah.
The Rock probably be in that movie then.
Right. If you could pull Thor off, I'm pretty sure you can
pull
off.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Hulk Hogan don't like niggas though.
That's what I said.
His daughter,
he say brother. He don't fuck with brothers for real.
We got him saying it.
Got him.
Oh man.
It was his daughter. His daughter couldn't leave him alone.
That's what it is, man. Yeah, you already know. Good. Because they was definitely getting hurt. Getting hurt.
Yeah, but I definitely for me for the top movies, I ain't watched a whole bunch of movies this year, to be honest. But the most recent joint I watched was Jingle Jangle. You know what I'm saying? It's a little Christmas musical and shit.
I seen that joint. I
was watching it with the kids, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and it's a black movie, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta, you know, it had
it's actually pretty good, Mark.
Yeah.
Costumes was on point. The whole screen, you could tell it was a lot behind the joint. So I
had Bumpy
it,
Johnson.
It was kind of like it was like a Wiz type vibe about it. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely liked it. You know?
Made you feel good.
Nah, that shit was a great like
good. That's
right.
Yeah, Forrest Whitaker was coming through this year. I know that. He had a good 2020.
Bumpy Johnson.
Who you got, Al?
All right, man. I got two. Just because you said Jingle Jangle, but my first jump is Bad Boys. And the reason Bad Boys, I don't know, it's just for me. It's nostalgia, you know, just to see them two back on the screen since, you know what I'm saying, what it was 2095 or whatever it was, but to see them balance back, and then they actually played the part too. They ain't try to go back and play like no young niggas running around and chasing everybody through the streets. They legit was like some legit old grown motherfuckers actually moving about their shit. So that was actually like a little bit good for me. I know that was in January. And then I'm gonna throw Ma Rainey's Black Bottom out there too. Like the monologues and everything in that jump was
it felt like a play. Like
wait, when did that come out? I didn't know it came out. When did it come out?
I think it was.
That joint just came out. It came out maybe 2 Fridays.
Ago.
Yeah, maybe 2 Fridays or so ago. But
Okay,
I mean,
okay.
It's based off of. It's based off of a play, so that's probably why you got the feel of that. It's based off of a play.
Like the Fences joint.
Hey, Al, real quick. Some of Chadwick Boseman, like his dialogue, and it make you like raise your eyes a little bit sometimes.
Yeah.
Like how we talking about like how like how life imitates art and how we saying like channeling certain energy and stuff. Like this nigga was like, I'm ready to see the devil.
Been saying,
yeah.
Come
like
on, man.
it's and like they, I think before it came out, they was talking about how like he had some parts in there where it was just like it was touching and it was moving, but at the same time it was like he's got to win something for it. And now that you see it, now that you actually see it, because it was like, man, I don't want to spoil the movie for anybody who hasn't seen it. Right. That's why I'm trying not to get out. But he was just like, man, like he was questioning some things that any person or not any person.
Like how we talking about like on like Biggie album, like Life After Death, Ready to Die, like that on those lines.
Like it sounded like he knew he was about to die, like through some of the stuff he was saying and through the movie. Basically, that's basically what y'all saying.
I mean, we had conversation like this.
Look, I'll say this. I was watching I just was watching the what's it called trailer today, and I literally said to my wife, I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if this is like, because this is his last movie. It's got to be some messaging in this shit. There's got to be some sort of cryptic like message in this joint. You know what I'm saying? Because this was his last movie, and he knew he was dying, so he had to put something in there. You know what I'm saying? Just like, there's no way he didn't. So I wouldn't be surprised.
But I don't think I'm trying not to. I don't think he put too much in there. I think the way it was written, and maybe it was written like that in the play, but the way it was, like it just seemed like too coincidental.
follow you.
It seemed too coincidental. It seemed very coincidental for it to be him saying those lines and then everything to transpire after that.
Yeah.
But yes, you're
I gotta see
right.
that. Y'all I gotta see it now.
Yeah,
I gotta see it
that
now
too.
that y'all said that. Yeah, just because y'all sold me on it now.
It kind of, I mean, like when I first, it wasn't just like
Anybody
one
else
time. It was like 4 or 5 lines. I was like, hold up, bro. Like something don't feel right.
Yeah, y'all got me sold. I'm good.
You
I'm
know,
gonna watch that, John.
you know it's real when you feel it. Like when seeing it is different, but when you feel that shit is different.
Mm-hmm.
It's another level. So
Yeah, I definitely
I'm
would.
definitely about to check it out.
I definitely would suggest y'all check that joint out. I mean, and then even Viola Davis. I mean, but everybody who played like and even everybody who had like a monologue like talked about some shit, and it I mean, it talks about some. I mean, it's a good movie, period, point blank. But everybody who was in that joint played a good ass role. So yeah, check it out.
Yeah, I might have to do that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the one that I got is called The Hunt, and that actually surprised me
That
because
was gonna be mine.
I didn't know what to expect, but it had it had like some official ass scenes, and it was like action nonstop. It touched on like some Republican and Democrat, back and forth, and how people look at each other, and how you judge somebody before you even meet them, just based on what category they fit in. So it was pretty cool. Like if you like action, you know what I'm saying. You like the whole, what's it called? Like the the person that plays the underdog or whatever.
With the protagonist or the antagonist?
Well, just the underdog, because she was like, it was a
One of
woman,
them.
and she was like, yeah, she was like,
Shut up.
Nobody thought she had what she had skill wise. But anyway, that's a good one. And also one I just saw actually a week ago. It's called Let Him Go. That thing.
Yeah, that was good.
That
was
thing
good.
had me, bro.
That was good. I watched that
thing,
one too.
Yeah. So it was like that shit. It touched on like it touches us on like family issues when you marry into a family or whatever. And I ain't even gonna touch on everything because I'm gonna tell a story, but it was a good movie.
Hey, shout out Jessica real quick. Hey, but what shout out Jessica Sanchez. What's your if you're in the comments, please be sure to drop your favorite movies of 2020.
The best movie of 2020.
Hey Shaq, what platforms were those two on? The Hunt and Let It Go.
Oh, good question. I think both of them on Netflix now. No, the Hunt is on Netflix, but Let Him Go. I had to.
That's on demand.
I downloaded that on Cinema app.
Hey, but like I gotta watch that jump because them two was in Man of Steel, so they already got like that.
Oh yeah,
husband and wife. Husband and wife.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys see this one because they legit got like out of the hour and 30 minutes, they got like an hour and 20 minutes of straight screenplay. So yeah,
it was good.
Yeah, they led that. They led that.
Did y'all see Wander with Tommy Lee Jones? That one just came out.
Nah, what's that about?
Oh, I did see the thumbnail for that.
Yeah, it's on demand. It's some conspiracy theory joint. It's some conspiracy theory. I forgot the other dude's name. He in that joint. Some other dude too. But
what type of conspiracy theory?
Like putting chips in people, like GPS chips and stuff like that or whatever, stuff like that to control them and keep them. It's like it's in some desert backyard town or whatever the fuck. And then they got the did y'all see the Russell Crowe joint, the Unhinged?
Oh yeah, he was a wild ass nigga in that job.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Hey,
Like,
that
damn,
had me.
Is that the one where he was driving the truck and shit?
Yeah, bro.
I ain't see that shit.
Like,
and he was fat as shit in that job.
Yeah.
He gained I think he gained 85 pounds for that.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
He a big dog in that joint.
That's a thing to gain 85 pounds?
I guess so, man. He gained.
Damn.
He gained a lot of weight.
nigga was crazy.
Shit.
Like
They
crazy,
said,
crazy.
They said Viola Davis had to can't wait for that Ma Rainey jump.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
man, she
Oh,
put
I
at
got
least about 80 on for that joint too.
I got an honorable mention. Mel Gibson and
That Santa jump.
damn, I forgot what it's called. No, I forgot the other actor. Oh, Vince Vaughn. Mel Gibson and Vince Vaughn dragged through concrete. That's a good ass movie.
I
Oh,
haven't seen it.
yeah.
Is that jail one?
Is
it about jail? Drag through concrete. Mel Gibson.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check
Vince
that
Vaughn.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
What was that? What was the plot?
Who?
Like, was it on some funny shit? Is with Vince Vaughn?
What's the plot?
Like dirty cop shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Vince Vaughn been trying to do some serious things lately.
Not that freaky jump. You seen that?
I ain't seen that.
I already knew I wasn't gonna watch that shit. I just knew that shit was gonna be wild.
It was like a horror Freaky Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Terrible, but funny as shit at the same time.
It was funny though. It was funny, legit funny.
Yeah, it was just stupid funny.
All right, because I ain't see it, but I might want to.
Oh yeah, Antebellum we talked about.
Oh yeah, I
Antebellum.
forgot about that one. Yeah. It was a good one, but it was still a little bit of a disappointment at the end. But it was a good.
Yeah. I feel like it could have been better made, but the idea of jumping back and forth was a great idea.
Yeah, the potential was like amazing.
We just needed some more writers.
Mm-hmm.
They needed them Lovecraft writers on that jump to finish it up.
Yeah, it felt like it was like on the same level as like Lovecraft as far as like the premise of it. But moving on from movies and stuff, like movies of quarantine and everything, we had the privilege of artists maximizing their platform using the Verzuz platform. Who do y'all think had the best Verzuz battle out there?
Well, best Verzuz, I'm definitely easily for me was the Fab and Jadakiss one. And number one, because those is artists that I listen to the most, you know what I'm saying, out of everybody who probably even had a Verzuz. And then I even say it was just fun to see Fab, because Fab got like a laid back, cool type personality. So just to see him dancing and doing all that stuff he was doing, like it just made it entertaining. And Jadakiss, same thing. He had that meme when he was drunk. You know what I'm saying? That was going all across the internet. But it was just fun to see. They had a good ass time. You could tell they was having a good ass time. I was hearing a bunch of songs that just reminded me of why I became fans of those guys. And Jadakiss let everybody know, like, that nigga, you don't have to have his songs. Like, he was hitting them with straight mixtape joints and destroy Fab. So that was probably one of my favorite reasons. And features. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So it lets you know it's not about who sold the most records. It's just about how much you would touch the people. You know what I'm saying? So that was my favorite battle right there.
Jada stood up with him too the whole time. Hey, and he put out some of the stuff that he wrote, like that he wrote for Diddy and some other people. He put them on
the joint he wrote.
He was like, "Yep." He was like, "Yep, I wrote this shit."
that was a slam dunk. When he played that victory joint, that was pretty much like the end of that shit. Because a lot of people didn't know he wrote that shit. So you know what I'm saying?
And it sounded way better when Jada was saying
it. Yep.
But it's funny because when you hear Jada say it, it's like, damn, I should have known this the whole time Jada wrote that shit, because it sounds just like him. You know what I'm saying?
So
that's one of Diddy's best verses.
So for me, it was for me, the hypest one for me was, and I think the Jada joint was probably right next to it, but the hypest one for me was DMX and Snoop, and it was because DMX was live the whole fucking time, and Snoop was dancing the whole fucking time, and they was just like vibing
the whole time,
like the whole time.
The only thing I say about that DMX and Snoop joke was DMX forgot some of his lines, and then he forgot that he needed to perform some of them jokes.
Yeah, he did. And he was out of breath half the time, but that shit was entertaining as hell.
Hell yeah, that shit was a dope ass battle.
So that was the one. to me, that was the one that was most entertaining. But I would say Monica and Brandy, was like hitting on the vibes, like the '90s vibes, and just like just classics. Like they was just, I don't think they had like a bad back and forth with the songs. Like that shit just went all the way through, just like hit.
I think I feel like
and everybody was thinking it was gonna be beef too, so everybody was glued to the screen.
Yeah,
y'all was there for the beef. Y'all wasn't there.
Yep.
For the I was there for the beef.
Right. Monica gave a little stuff.
They should have knew better.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. I mean, before the next person go though, let's shout out the comments. We got some people that gave some input. Brianna J say Jeezy and Gucci. Jessica Sanchez said DMX Snoop. So appreciate y'all comments. But go ahead, who's up next?
Well, to piggyback off the Jeezy and Gucci, that was gonna be my pick.
Yeah.
Man,
You was there for the beef.
I'm gonna stamp that with you.
I was there for the beef. I was there.
Yeah.
But see, that's what I'm saying. I already had Jeezy. Jeezy's my man. I already knew like Gucci. Yeah. And then Jeezy was really hitting them with like bangers. Like
he was.
It was getting up early. But I definitely appreciate that one. But I think that Monica one was probably the best, probably the most popular one. I think that was like the most watched one before Jeezy and all them.
Yeah.
Like the icebreaker to like make that shit like really hit. I feel like. But all of them not bad. And every single one makes me realize like how talented people really are. I slept on like a lot of songs and stuff before. So yeah, Verzuz is a hit.
The funniest joint was the Nelly and Ludacris joint was funny because nigga Nelly his fucking audio was out the
Hey, but whole time Nelly jump was funny too because Nelly was playing shit that he was used to, that he didn't even care if anybody else knew the songs. He was gonna play his shit like fuck everything else. That shit was funny as shit too. But I'm gonna throw the for me that jump, the T-Pain and Lil Jon jump, because I don't know, that jump just took me all the way back to the college club days. Like I just felt like we was I felt like we was in Dream in some of them jumps, not even Love. I felt like we was in Club Dream.
Took it back.
Oh yeah, all the way back.
And them jumps was like bangers back to back to back. And so that shit was dope for me.
That's freshman year.
T-Pain did have a good run though.
Yeah, he did.
All club bangers.
Jasmine said the Patty and Gladys Knight jump. What was your favorite jump, Ryder?
The Fab and Jada. That's pretty the one I watched, and I was like actually rapping every single song, both of their jumps, every single song. I did like the Hit Boy and Boy Wonder jump too.
Yeah,
it started with the producers, and then the artist tried jumping in there. But to keep it all the way, the original before was like a Verzuz. It was Just Blaze and Swiss Beats. That was like by far the best one.
Another thing I love about Verzuz.
That was the first one, right?
Yeah.
Didn't Timbaland and Swiss Beats do a Verzuz?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if they. I don't know.
Or were they supposed to?
Or was they just putting them together?
Yeah, I don't think it was officially a Verzuz, but I think that's where they got the idea from. I think that's where they got the idea from because it was watched a lot.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to go back and look at that.
I was gonna say that was mine. That was my joke. The shit that started this shit off. Nah, because I grew for like 2 hours straight.
Yeah.
And I actually found out it's a lot of tracks that Swiss Beats actually did that I had no idea. It's like, wow, I had no idea that was his track.
Yeah.
Did we ever
go ahead.
Did we ever create a scenario of the best, versus battle? If we can do like a versus draft.
Oh yeah.
Let me do something like that.
We had a few good ones.
We did. I think we did. Run that back.
One of them shows.
Yeah, run that back.
One of them shows.
What
we do?
I don't even remember.
No, because the one I remember distinctly was I think it was Chris Brown versus Usher, and I think that was
Yeah.
Breezy.
I said, what's her name? Jill Scott and probably Erica Badu.
They ain't do one.
they did one.
That happened though.
That actually happened. Yeah.
Hey,
That like happened this year.
That did happen. That shit happened.
I spoke it up.
It was too good to be true, huh, Corey?
I spoke it up, dog.
You should drink for that one.
Yeah, you should take a shot for that.
Yeah.
All right, fuck it. We can't dream of no scenario. Let's go ahead and jump to best album of 2020. Who got the best album of 2020?
That's
oh man.
Oh no,
There was a lot of good music that came out this year too.
Yeah, this year we were saturated with music. I will say that.
And I already know, like, it's gonna be end up best rap album of 2020.
I know.
What's the best
Yeah, of course.
Can't get away from
the
it.
rap album.
Right, best rap album.
Can't get away from it.
Nope.
Anybody want to jump out there?
I'm going with Benny the Butcher. Benny the Butcher's album. That's number one to me. The Griselda had probably one out of all the rap groups. Probably had like the biggest 2020. You know, they kind of went from not a lot of people knowing about them to all of a sudden it's like, you know, you see these guys everywhere. And Conway, I always say it all the time, is my favorite rapper out the group. But Benny, when I heard his album, after I heard Conway album, I was like, nah, this is like real hip hop right here. So yeah, that's my favorite album of the year, Benny the Butcher.
I haven't even
What y'all
listened
got?
to that. I gotta listen to that.
Who you got, B?
I thought long. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go.
You say what? Huh?
Go ahead and drink. Go ahead and drink.
Look. I was trying to just let
You
it
trying to
go.
catch yourself.
I was gonna.
I was.
The fact that we know each other that well, though, you ain't gonna
Fuck
be able to get
you
away
guys.
with that.
Fuck you guys. Okay. But nah, I'm gonna go with Jay Electronica. Just
Electricity.
I don't know. I haven't heard. I don't know. I just think that's an album that I wasn't expecting to hear in 2020. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, because the nigga been.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, because he's been hiding for so long. Yeah.
It's just I don't know. It was perfect. And plus, not to mention, I haven't listened to many albums, but that one definitely stands out.
Jessica said Roddy Ricch. Did Roddy Ricch come out in 2020? I feel like it's been a year old already.
That was 2019, but I think that joint was like right on the cusp. Man. I think
You can get the pass. You can get the pass.
That was still a good album though.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, that thing was bumming.
And he probably one of the top 3 hottest rappers this 2020 any goddamn way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, didn't we talk about that?
He put him up there.
He won watch for 2021.
I agree.
Sure. Yeah. Roddy Ricch is straight.
Who you got, P? Best album.
Man, I was on the Griselda train too. I like that new Kid Cudi joint for real.
Yeah, I like how it's like broken down in like different, you know,
yeah,
like a book or something.
It really any album can I don't know, any album's a breakthrough for me when you go back to the interludes and make it more personal to where I can get to know you more.
Mm-hmm.
Like those are the albums that really like I fuck with the most. So yeah, I don't know. It's all hip hop for me.
Shaq, who you got, Shaq?
Yeah, I had Benny the Butcher. And, you know, I'm a big Kid Cudi fan, but I told myself I'm gonna listen to it this weekend for the New Year, so I haven't even listened to it. But everybody keep telling me it's good. So.
Oh, I know what you did, Shaq.
Me too. The only way to get in touch. All right. All right.
You waiting for the weekend, huh?
Waiting for the weekend, baby.
Friday. You waiting for Friday.
Mm-hmm.
You ever?
You got Al.
Man, I don't know, young. I think this man is still underrated to me, but I think that jump, the Detroit Big Sean jump. Or Detroit too. Detroit, whatever.
Detroit too.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, there's a couple
Like-
bangers on there.
The reason, and some of the reasons that joint gets me along is because of like at that point in time, that's when it was the summertime heat, and that joint was allowing me to run. That joint was getting me through my runs and everything. So that joint was fire for that. But that joint had some replay value as well. And then you got people in the comments. So we got Jasmine and Brianna in the comments that both said "Little Baby" jump, and then Jessica also said Tiana Taylor's album too. Hey, guys. Hey, stay with me.
I haven't heard that.
Heard which one?
Not the
I haven't
new.
heard Tiana Taylor's album.
Nah, Jennifer told me Tiana Taylor jump. Each and every time Tiana Taylor jump is supposed to be like fire. Each and every time she
Oh, you
always puts
said how much she told you, nigga. You was listening to that shit in the shower.
No,
bro. You
no.
stopped-
Oh, man.
You was, boy.
not this
You ain't got
But
the
no-
lie.
Hey, y'all want to see something? Hey, y'all want to see something funny?
What?
Watch this. Hey, Corey, what's the best album of 2020?
2020. I'm gonna roll with
That nigga lives in the past. He ain't got none in 20.
yeah, dog.
Exactly.
I was
Oh, I
about to
know
give
he's gonna
y'all
say it's gonna be
I was about to
Busta
give
Rhymes,
y'all-
ain't
I
it?
was about to
Ain't gonna be
give-
Busta Rhymes.
no, nigga. I was about to
Think
give y'all
about the
that
name
2
UGK
Chainz
or some
joint
shit like
just
that.
dropped. That 2 Chainz just dropped, and I'm with that Future Hive. That Future Hive.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought that nigga was about to say Jewels. I thought he was about to say Jewels.
Oh,
and they said,
nah.
Hey, shit.
I got a late entry for album of the year, and this is real rap. This is real my favorite type of rap, cocaine
2
rap.
Chainz.
Reasonable Drought
Yep.
by Stove God Cooks. This joint, this joint.
Hey, Red. Yeah, he in my
This
regular
nigga
rotation
doing?
now. Like he in my
Yeah.
regular rotation now.
I haven't listened to like an
Pause.
album back to back in a long time. And this joint, yeah.
Okay. Stove God Cooks.
Mhm.
I've been listening to that joint since I seen you the other day. I've been listening to this joint like
Yeah.
nonstop for the past few days. So yeah,
Is that his whole name? Stove God Cooks. Sounds kind of ghetto. Oh boy.
Nah, for real, I feel like if you like Nipsey, if you like Nipsey, you'll like him. But his beats are a little bit more East Coast, but his essence, like his energy on the beat, he kind of remind you of Nipsey. You know what I'm saying?
It's like Nipsey and Pusha and I don't know, maybe like a Styles all blended into one, but just more raw. The beats are
He just an East Coast.
Yeah.
He an East Coast nigga. You know what I'm saying? So
Rock Marciano.
But, yeah.
Okay.
yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Those beats inspired me too. I ain't gonna lie. Those beats inspired me. The nigga wasn't even putting drums on them shits. Those shits was just like straight, just samples. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
They was like straight loops. That's all they was.
Oops. Yep.
That's how the baby that one joint, the baby that practice one, it's just like that.
Oh yeah.
It's just like beats fire though.
Yeah, we already went through all the albums, right?
Mm-hmm.
I believe so. We got. Is this dead air?
Well, shit,
If
you
it's dead air.
just brought it up.
This is dead air.
If it's dead air,
Dead
then
is
No,
again.
we
it's
go.
not.
We go get to the first.
I
The
thought
first pause. The
The
first
first
pause.
pause.
Here we go.
Luckily, that nigga did not throw up in my car, and I was like so grateful for that. But that was before, I think that was before the Uber tipping and shit. But them niggas end up giving me a big tip, like cash money or some shit because
That happened to me too. I used to drive in Annapolis like that.
Bro, you stupid as shit. His eyes open up, watch it. Big tip, huh? You're stupid as fuck, man.
Pause.
You're so
Got him
that's a
out.
good one. That's a good one.
Oh man, I did not remember that.
Wow. Wow.
Man.
That was
I did not remember that one.
that you wow.
That was disgusting. That was fucking gross.
That was bad.
Hey, that was like the least. That was like the least worst one though.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
It's only gonna get worse. It's
that don't be
only
tough
gonna get
too.
worse.
I got my money. I know who. If this was a countdown, if this had the best pause worthy moments, I know who's number one.
Oh, you already know for sure.
I don't know.
Right?
I don't. What
No.
would I do? What would I do?
Number one.
I
I don't
think,
even know what y'all talking.
And the funny thing is, I lost a lot of them, so I had to really, search. But yeah. Moving on.
Save them joints. Save them joints.
Moving on. What do y'all think is the most what the fuck moment of 2020? I think 2020 should be
was a bunch of them.
renamed what the fuck, but
Yeah.
what's the biggest
Yeah,
what
it was
the
a
fuck
bunch of them.
moment?
My shit. The first one for me was that Tiger King shit. That was a what the fuck.
Mm.
I could not believe what I was watching, bro.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was
Like
crazy.
I was watching Trailer Park people on fucking roids.
Mm.
That was crazy.
It was weird.
Yeah.
I thought you know how you feel like
That
you
shit was
dream,
crazy.
you catch yourself like daydreaming or something. I felt like I was watching some shit like that in my mind, but it was like in front of me.
Yeah, that shit was wild.
Yeah, that was a strange
That shit was
stuff.
wild.
But it was good. It was juicy.
Mm.
Wow.
Had everything. Sex lies videotape.
Shit. Have to.
We just gonna let it slide on that one. All right.
Yeah. Free pass, my man. Free pass, my man.
All right.
Oh,
I say my because 2020 was a. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say.
Hey, somebody pouring up. I can hear that shit.
Oh, that's me. My bad. I was gonna say.
Yeah, I heard that shit.
I would say Jeffrey Epstein shit when that documentary or whatever that joint came out and everybody was like, damn, this nigga is really a horrible ass person. Like I ain't never seen like the scum of the earth, dog. This level is really horrible. That shit. And of course when we seen the video of the cop kneeling on my man's head neck or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Those are probably the big what the fuck mamas.
Yeah, my WTF is when I heard that Kobe passed, man. Like y'all don't know, like y'all probably did the same thing, but I checked every news segment just to make sure that it was like real.
I think everybody.
I didn't believe it. I was like, nah, that's bullshit. Like,
I don't think anybody believed it.
Yeah, that one caught.
That shit seemed like a glitch in the
major.
Matrix. That shit was like a glitch, like it wasn't supposed to happen. You know what I'm saying? It was like, what the fuck? Like
that
not
was
Kobe.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
And then it was like trickling information, like like hour after hour. Oh, his daughter might have been on the plane with him. I was like, nah, bro. Like, nah.
You right though. I forgot about that.
That was crazy. That was a crazy day. I don't think I did anything that day. Like, and I'm gonna be honest with you.
That day,
I wasn't productive at all that day. That shit hurt.
I wasn't in the mood. Yeah.
It did.
It's only been a couple
that shit
times.
Like had you like the yeah.
Yeah, man. That Nipsey shit.
Yeah.
The Kobe. Probably my first experience was with y'all, Sean Taylor. That's probably the most dreadful. Yeah, man. Like shit like
niggas was hurt.
Dog, I ain't never seen people so scared in my life. I'm not even joking. That Sean Taylor shit was so real. That's probably the realest shit I ever seen. Like in a week span, I've never seen people so sad.
Yeah.
For just quick story on the Sean Taylor joint, I ain't trying to keep, but this quick story. I remember that day that happened because I remember Alex. We used to always battle about who hit harder between Roy Williams and Sean Taylor, and used to like try to fake like Sean Taylor wasn't nice. And then I remember that day when he passed, and I forgot what class we had together. But I walked into that room, and you just gave me this look where you was like, "I feel your pain, bro." Like it was like instant. You know what I'm saying? I was like, "Yeah." You ain't even had to say no words. It was just like one of them joints. So it just reminded me of that shit. But yeah, go ahead though.
That's like the quietest I ever been around. Like that's the only time I ever heard been around y'all. Niggas wasn't even talking. Like yeah,
there was nothing.
And then we remember we went out the. We went out where we went. We went to like was it Chili's? Yeah, we went to Chili's that night and shit. Yeah.
And Mike Wilbon was talking out the side of his neck. Fuck that nigga, Mike Wilbon.
Yeah, I was pissed, nigga. Remember, niggas was about to email ESPN and all that shit. Like, niggas was in their feelings, dog. We was hurt, bro.
Niggas still don't like Michael Wilbon out there.
Fuck that.
That shit, I know.
For real.
He better not show up in the comments either. And let his ass have it. Let his ass have it.
All right, so do y'all want to like run down like every wild shit that happened in 2020?
I was about to say shit. What the fuck? The goddamn pandemic itself.
Hold on, let's
that was one.
Let's run in chronological order if we can. I'm trying. I got my cheat sheet.
Logical.
Got my sheet. All right, so
you got like 8 pages over there.
Yeah.
I know, right?
That's a lot.
It was a lot of shit, man. It was a lot of shit.
I mean, we could take this anywhere y'all want to take it. Y'all want to go to conspiracy route?
Yeah.
Y'all want to go to conspiracy route?
Yeah, let's do that first. Let's do
Okay,
it.
so prior to fucking January 1st, 2020, you thought it started there? No, this shit was in the bag. This shit started with Event 201 in, I don't know when this shit was. Oh, this shit was October 18, 2019. It's kind of like a war game, but not a war game. It's just like a simulated a game where they practice a worldwide pandemic. And this is right on the website. Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, they simulated this shit. And everything you see today, they practice this shit. So do you think it's conspiracy?
I want to say I heard something like this. Some shit.
Nigga, we talked about it before.
Is that where I hear it from?
Yeah. Yep.
I feel like everything's conspiracy for real.
Conspiracy theorists.
But is it really conspiracy when it's right there in your face? This is not like a .com website. This is a .org. This is a .org.
Yeah, blatant.
Yep. Right in your face.
Yeah, it's not conspiracy then.
It started with this shit. And then, we touched on this shit before a little later. Oh, who jumped out of here? Okay.
God.
In January, motherfucking all these CEOs stepped down. Maybe they knew.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Maybe they knew before we knew it.
Yep.
I remember that.
How many? More than 10, right? We counted. It was like more than 10 CEOs. All at the same around the same time.
Yeah, like the Disney head.
Like, yeah. I remember that shit. Yeah,
all them.
Oh, we're just gonna give your job to a nice black man, huh? Or a nice black woman.
Like that'll happen.
All the atrocities, we're just gonna give those CEO spaces.
Atrocities.
Pass that shit on.
Man.
And then I think right after that, this is January. I think right after that is where the Kobe shit happened, and that's like what you said, Marcus. That was like the first glitch in the Matrix. Everybody knew where they was at. That shit just didn't feel real. You know what I mean? It ain't feel real.
It did not at all.
I think I was trying to watch the Masters, or like I was watching Tiger. I was trying to watch a golf that day. Something was on that same day. I'm not sure what it was.
I know that night was. I always get the award show.
Grammys.
Yeah.
Oh, it was the Grammys. Yeah.
Yeah, and they still had because they had Alicia Keys trying to like I'm saying. I think the Grammys was at the Staples Center.
Staples Center. Yep. It was at Staples. Yep.
That shit was crazy.
Crazy.
Oh yeah, they did fuck that up.
Yeah. And then if you want to talk conspiracies, if you put Kobe's name in Google Translator into the Hebrew language, what does it say?
Kobe.
Nah. It says COVID.
Yep.
If you put Kobe's name in Google Translator into Hebrew, it says COVID.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
He said, "Oh Lord."
And this is
a rabbit hole.
This is the beginning of the year. All right, and then around that same time, the first case in China happened. The first case in China, he was like, "Oh, this just this is a Chinese motherfucking joke. This is a Chinese flu. This is the Kung flu."
That's what my president said. My president said it's a Chinese virus.
Hey, Corey, we're not doing that. We ain't doing that right now.
It's not what we're doing. It's not what we're doing.
And then a couple weeks after that, I guess like it first touched down in the United States, just the first case.
Yep.
Just the first case touchdown in the United States.
Hey, real quick, before we even get to that, like remember how the that Super Bowl shit, like because the Super Bowl was February, first weekend of February, second weekend of February, and like it was that big ass meme like floating around where it was the Corona, but then it had a Corona mask on it, and like everybody took that shit, and we was playing around, we was joking around with that shit, but it was like a Corona in the refrigerator.
Oh yeah,
and then beside it was like other beers and shit, but they had the mask on and they was like stay away. But yeah, that shit, and then like all of a sudden, as you keep going with the shit, Randall, for that shit to hit home and hit here like it did.
Come on now, come on, stay with me. All right, we're in January, right? Okay, end of January, Kobe, January 26th. Then we jumping into, I guess we can jump into February. February, we got, all right, the first reported death, February 29th, first reported death of COVID in the United States. You know what? To jump ahead. But you see they got this new fucking mutant strand of COVID that they pushing now.
Yeah, I heard about it.
In Colorado,
Yeah, exactly. I know the first case. Just saw the other day. The first case of the mutant COVID, whatever the fuck. Yeah. They're about to revamp a whole bunch of shit just based off that COVID shit too. I saw.
So what's the point of getting the vaccination if it's new strands and shit coming up?
There is no. You seen the videos where the motherfuckers wasn't even getting it?
Yeah, that shit was stupid.
Just pushing air into their fucking blood.
Yeah,
or not even pushing air into them.
Right. Just going through the motions out that bitch.
Just in front of cameras, though. In front of 50 cameras in your local fucking. Yeah, I'm like, what? People are crazy, bro.
I think this is just to get the people vaccinated. It's like, oh, y'all want to get the vaccination? Let's fucking turn the heat up a little bit.
Yeah, they're pushing that shit.
Oh, yeah. But why do I call it mutant? Like the joint, it already mutated to get where it's at now. So they gotta call this one mutant
to make it sound scarier.
Right. Yep. That's what it is.
Word association with the motherfucker.
To make everybody get scared of it and try to have to take the vaccine. Like, yeah, that's stupid, man.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna get me.
That's crazy.
All right. Bear with me. I'm trying read the shit in chronological order. So, all right, we in February, I guess March. All right, March 12th. March 12th, the shit hits the NBA. Rudy Gobert thinks he has it, and he starts rubbing that shit on microphone during a press conference and shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all remember that shit? It was
a joke. It
was all a joke.
Like, nobody knew who had this shit until like it hit the NBA.
Yeah,
or it hit like Idris Elba first, and then it hit like Rudy Gobert, and then all of a sudden the locker room, the Utah Jazz got it. I don't know how the Jazz got it. Shouldn't like a LA team get it first? Like a real West Coast
somebody
team?
That's like right by the board.
Yeah. So they get in Salt Lake City, and then they remember like they like just called off a game like right before tip off.
Yeah. OKC and the Kings, right?
That shit was crazy.
Yeah, they was like, "What are y'all doing?"
Yeah.
They was confused as shit in that stadium, arena. I'm sorry.
So I don't know exactly when they suspended the games.
It was March 11th.
Yeah, no. So matter of fact, it was March 11th. It was against the Jazz. It was against the Jazz, the OKC game, and that's why because I remember that's when Chris Paul was like, "It's like what the fuck is wrong with Rudy?" I think like they had like clips and shit of, like him before the game. He was like, "What the fuck is wrong with Rudy?" And then they found out Rudy actually had tested positive for the coronavirus, and that's why they ended up canceling the game and shit.
That's crazy.
All right, so if I'm reading this correctly, I think Breonna Taylor happens March 13th. It happened in March 13th. We probably didn't hear about it till later.
Yeah, not till like April, May. Yeah, something like that.
All right, so March 12th to March 13th till to the Tiger King drops. I mean, by now I think all of us are home. March.
Yep.
Was it late April or like early March? We was all home by then.
It was mid March. Everybody was.
Yep. It
Pretty
was
much
early
at
April.
home.
It was early April. Niggas didn't do shit for their birthday.
At all.
Ain't do shit.
Shit.
Niggas couldn't even get a cake.
Hey,
And that when it first started too. Like it was fresh.
you know what's the most what the fuck moment? The most what the fuck moment back then was niggas was fucking real life fighting for toilet paper in Costco.
Oh God, you're right.
Yeah, that shit was wild, bro. It was like a real shortage of water and toilet paper, nigga.
Yeah,
like niggas was going through some fucking difficulties during that period. It was like a good week or two where you just couldn't find that shit. Like nigga, you would have to travel like 45 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Just to try to find some paper towels. Like that shit was fucking sad. That shit was right.
You want to know some other funny shit about that time? And it's not really funny, but like how everybody had like a cousin or something that worked at the army or worked at like the Navy or something, and was able to get like inside quote unquote inside information that was like the government is going to go on lockdown in the next 2 weeks. Make sure you stock up on X, Y, and Z. Like, everybody had the same.
B told us that shit.
I did.
Yeah,
but I was like mad ahead of the game on that one.
He told us to get our vitamins and everything too.
Yeah, and exactly which ones too.
Yeah, you did. Didn't you say the elderberry? Isn't that where I got that from?
You said
the elderberry.
Yeah, zinc.
Yeah. I got that shit right now. From your ass.
I missed one in January. Iran said, they put a bounty on Trump's head.
Oh yeah, I remember that shit.
Oh yeah, because he killed the general.
That was laughable.
He killed the general.
And that was in what you said, March?
No, this was January 21st.
God damn.
I just want to know who thought they was gonna live long enough to collect that shit. I don't care how.
I know that's some real shit though. Like nigga, that's a real operation. Like nigga, 3 million. That's it. That's it.
I know. 3 million
for Trump.
Like that's
it. I know.
For the president of the United States, it's 3 million.
For a sitting president?
Come on, dog.
Sitting president.
I need a little more than that. You talking about my life, man? That's my life. Yeah, this is my life.
Niggas get paid more than that to shoot basketballs, nigga. You gotta pay me more.
Yeah, dog.
Hell yeah.
Like, you gonna live out the rest of your days in Sudan or Darfur or some shit. That 3 mil, dog.
Yeah, 3 million. Nah, I need a little more than that.
Oh man.
All right, so in March, this is like the big, the epitome of the pandemic, and everybody's home. That's the start of Verzuz and goddamn Tiger King and who else? The Epstein jump. Like we in all these documentaries at one time.
Oh yeah, and
March. And then everybody point at Epstein, and nobody know anything about Ghislaine Maxwell, and she get locked up down the road, and we still haven't seen a mugshot of this woman.
Yeah,
right.
I know that's some real shit.
Right, that's true. Like,
so that's so crazy because she was in the news
shit.
every day. She was in the news every day for like a month, and then it just stopped like completely.
Hey, I saw they denied her bail too. You see that shit?
She's probably not even in there.
Yeah.
She doesn't have a
Probably
mugshot.
not even in jail, bro.
I mean, yeah.
Probably not, bro.
Whatever. Yeah.
I know what you
Immediately
mean.
put that
I
out.
know what you mean. Just for the
Yeah,
news, for the news sake. Yeah.
Hell no, she ain't in there.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's like it's so commercialized and controlled. You know what I mean? Like it be in the news all day, every day, and then when it comes down to like, where are they in the sentencing and the decree, nothing is said. It's like that's crazy.
And well, just a shout out the comments real quick. Jasmine Terrell said the fake protest that NBA did for Black Lives Matter. I guess that was one of her what the fuck moments. So
Yeah.
I'm assuming she referring to the Bucks. Is that what she or are you just talking about the overall? You know what I'm
I
saying?
think when
The whole
probably
NBA
that
just,
night when everybody
and,
didn't want to play or whatever, and they played the next 24, 48 hours after that.
then they played the next day. Yeah,
She said the fake protest.
Yeah, she said the fake.
yeah.
It was like
She woke.
24 hours. Let's go to
Yeah, that's an interesting one too, because they took a day off and then they came back.
Right. It was like
And the media was like the bravery of the play. The media was like slicing that shit though. They was like the bravery of the players, and they made sacrifices and all this other shit. I'm like, nah, them niggas just took a day off. Like, come on.
Right. Just say that next time.
Federal holiday.
Who was it that was a commentator on the show and he just walked off? I forgot who that was.
Kenny Smith.
Yeah, that was Kenny.
Smith.
Oh,
yeah,
that was wild to me. With Kenny Smith, that was wild to me.
That was when the protest shit started.
His mic and was like,
yeah, that was a protest for
he started.
NBA.
He walked off with an attitude.
Right.
Like that nigga was pissed.
he was pissed, so he was like, I can't even talk right now. Don't say nothing to me. I'm gone.
Yeah, you can hear it in his voice. The lead up, you can hear it in his voice. It was like,
but that walk off though, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was crazy.
They dimmed the lights and everything.
They probably gave him a raise.
He came back.
They probably gave him.
Then he came back to work. Then he came back.
Trying to show us your art?
Ah, man, I was supposed to put this up before the show started, but it's too late. It's the backdrop I was waiting for. You guys probably heard me mention it. It's not a big deal. I was ready for the wardrobe change. It's all good. It's not a big deal. I wait for next time. It's all right. I was excited about it.
2021.
I got a revision. I did gloss over in April. There was a surge of OnlyFans, startups. I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
All these
you ain't getting them hours. You ain't getting them hours.
Tell me we weren't the first ones on that though. Like everybody's on that shit now, but I swear we the first ones to talk about that shit. I'm not even joking.
That whole startup. And I mean, now these hoes not what it feel like to be, a local rapper, a struggling rapper. Everybody not gonna pay for it. Motherfuckers getting that shit for free.
Hell no.
Charge somebody now.
And everybody don't
what?
Exactly. Everybody don't want what you selling, and what you selling, I might go find it cheaper. So you might want to rework your prices.
Right.
If y'all really want to hustle, I can put you on some. If y'all really got the OnlyFans, I can put y'all on some shit because the marketing schemes are not working for y'all. I'll tell y'all right now.
Yeah.
Y'all want to get them tips up? Y'all want some tips?
I'll get your marketing up, nigga.
Hey, P, what's your Instagram so they can follow you and get their stuff right? Get their stuff.
Tips.
Concourse_P, the only flight on Instagram. That's all you gotta do. Just check it out right there. Only flight on the gram. Concourse P. Come check me out. Check me out. I get y'all tips up and everything. Tips, following, whatever y'all looking for, man. Content, I'll show y'all how to do it, man.
And I also glossed over this. In April 27th, the Pentagon releases actual UFO footage that's caught by the Navy.
Yeah.
And then it was in the news for about a day, and then nobody talked about it.
Gave a fuck.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
And guess what? Not one denial. Not one.
Yeah.
And nobody. Yeah.
They did sweep that shit up quick.
They was like, "Yep, that happened."
Yeah,
It was.
But you know what? You know what too? Because nobody said what the reasoning is behind it, and I think that they had to like put that information out there because something might have came up and they had to cover themselves some way.
Yeah, trying to get ahead of it.
Yeah, trying to get ahead of something that is like official evidence or something. I'm just predicting, but usually that's how it is. If you think you about to get caught, you put the information out there before you get caught. You know what I'm saying?
Project.
But the footage was old. The footage is like from a while ago.
See, that's even
thought.
more reason. That's even more reason. Like, why would they put something up from a year or two ago? It's probably because somebody had some information and they was like, you know what, let's get this out here. That's what lawyers will tell you. Get that information out there before everybody else can tell you what happened.
Yeah, like Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart did that shit. Get ahead. Yeah, it was me in that pick. But hey, I ain't do nothing. That's me.
Nothing happened. Denied. AP denied to the end.
Hey, that nigga said that's me, but I am now a victim. I am suing because that is me, and that was not my consent. That is me.
Talking about he's about to get blackmailed and shit.
The thing is, like, it was a lot of UFO documentaries that came out this year. So like they had like the Bob Lazar joint, the Unacknowledged joint. Then it was like another one that I forgot the name was, but the dude was
I saw that Bob Lazar
on Joe Rogan. Okay, Shaq, I see you.
Yeah, a nice little swing right there.
But yeah, and then Corey, we was talking about how the Israeli, officials said, "Oh yeah, we had contact with actual alien beings, not UFOs." He said, "Yeah, we had actual contact, and like all other world governments not telling y'all shit."
Mm-hmm.
But they say stuff like that though too. They didn't say that like Antarctica is one of the fucking hubs for that.
Yeah, I mean, but if you watch all these documentaries, I don't know.
Yeah, I know. Even with the UFO stuff, they be having like how the Navy has like those submarines that'll catch like the UFOs and shit coming out the water and stuff like that. Yeah, man,
a lot coming out of the water. I be thinking like the water is like a conduit. Like it's like water is like it can get you in between space. If you follow me.
Did you see like they just did that quantum physics portal shit? They literally tested like a portal. Yeah, man. Here, let me look it up. I just saw it.
Get Joe Rogan on the phone.
Nah, man, they tested portals and all that. They like had a successful connection with a portal.
Oh nah.
Transfer. That's that goddamn what was that?
Stargate.
Nah, what was the joint when they was on the ship? The joint with Lawrence Fishburne, and it just went south on that bitch.
Lawrence Fishburne.
The Nebuchadnezzar?
Nah. Remember the shit? The horror movie. Remember the joint came out in like the 90s.
Lawrence Fishburne.
Remember they was all on there, and they like created that portal. Oh my god!
You know that's a real thing though. It's called the Philadelphia experiment.
Ooh,
something like that. Oh, okay.
Y'all know what I'm talking about. Lawrence Fishburne was on the joint on the ship, and like they created the portal, and they accidentally like opened the portal to hell. They didn't know that.
Oh,
what was that shit called?
It sounds familiar. There's too many movies like that. It sounds familiar.
Somebody help us out.
Yeah, I don't know the name of that shit.
I know what you're talking about. But yeah, that's a real thing. That's like a real declassified thing. It's called
Event Horizon. That's what it was called.
There you go. Yeah.
Event Horizon.
Event Horizon. Yeah, that was a good one.
That shit was crazy.
Yeah, that was a good one. They want to know ship, but all right. Yeah.
The spaceship, nigga.
Yeah. I was thinking about boat, a little ass boat.
Ain't nobody tell you to do that.
Shit.
All right, where we at?
You right. This nigga said the Nebuchadnezzar and shit. You right. You right.
We in May now, right?
Yeah, we in May.
Yeah, we about to enter into
we in May. Right. Murder Hornets.
Murder Hornets. Yeah. That was
Murder
I
Hornets.
thought that shit was gonna be like the new cicadas.
Murder on the beach.
Hey, that's a big ass insect, yo.
But when you seen the video, how they was like killing, I don't even know what bug that was, but they was like viciously murdering them joints. It wasn't even like it wasn't just a sting. They was like ripping their heads off. Like they looked like trained assassins. The shit was weird.
Yeah, man. No remorse and shit.
I haven't seen one.
I haven't either. Where are those? Like down south?
Nope.
I ain't trying to. Yeah, I'm good.
I don't want to see that.
I'm good.
I think they're just trying to keep
them joints
the
wasn't like. But the thing with the Murder Hornets, it wasn't like them joints was like just stinging shit. They was like just killing. You know what I'm saying? Like just killing, just to kill. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the part about it that's weird. like because
Yeah,
usually
ciphers.
like I think the way bees work is like when they feel like they under attack. You know what I'm saying? But them shits was just
they gotta
murderers.
protect the
You know what I'm
hive.
saying? Like just straight up. You know, like what
Murderers.
the fuck?
They was looking for the beef. They wasn't just protecting the hive. They was just looking for the beef.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think all that shit was just to keep us in the house.
Propaganda.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can see that.
All right, so at what point of time, because we talking conspiracies as well, what part of time was they talking about like 5G? It was around this time, right?
Yeah, it was like March, April. It
I've
was
been
like
talking about that
April,
for
May. It
years.
was
Yeah,
April, May. Yeah.
Once Corona started, they were talking about the 5G radiation.
That whole 5G shit.
I swear I used to like
A
go
lot
out
of people was trying to
sometimes.
say 5G and quantum.
Yeah, I used to go out sometimes. I used to feel sick, and then if I stay home all day, I wouldn't feel the shit. But if I used to go out like to the store or something, I used to come home and feel like weak or
Yeah.
Nauseous and shit.
yeah, scrambled.
Yep.
My shit was scrambled, cuz.
Yeah, that was
Wow.
weird.
You gotta drink. You gotta drink, cuz.
What?
You gotta drink.
You got dirty mind.
I missed that one.
Yeah. You
What
think
do you
too
What
much.
we say? Scramble?
I said, wait a minute, scramble?
Right? I can't say scrambled.
I just wanted you to drink.
I'm
No,
drinking.
but me and Al was talking about that same thing. Like when we went to the grocery store and shit for the first couple of times, like it was just like an ill feeling like that came over me.
Yep.
Like I felt that shit. It was like heavy, and then as soon as I got home, it was just like a relief. I don't know what was involved with that shit, but that was a real feeling, man. That shit was it was like heaviness.
Yeah. So, I think is any validity to that? Could be.
Ugh.
On a scale of 1 to
mean,
10. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you
I put
believe
it at
5G?
like a 7.
That's pretty strong.
Yeah, I think it could
Just
be
for the simple fact that if like everything vibrates, and we know that, right?
Yeah.
And if there is this
Even your
frequency,
DNA vibrates. Yeah.
right? Like if there's something that comes along that fucks with that, then sure. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely not outside the realm of possibilities at all.
Right.
All right. So we in April.
We went to May. We in May.
We in May. Okay, May. Epstein, May 13th. Okay. May 3rd, murder hornets. May. Okay, all right, the big one, the big kahuna, May 25th, George Floyd.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that was that. Yeah, that's a colossal right there.
That's what changed the world. That's a game changer right there of 2020 for real.
Not undermining, you know what I'm saying? We're on the tail of it at the same time.
Yeah.
That was like the straw.
Yeah, and I feel like that's when everybody was like fed up. Everybody had been at home. Everybody had been soaking up the TV and everything that was going on. And that just made the conscious push. That's why I said my word was consciousness. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was huge. Damn, it's so crazy. I was at the end of May. That feels like it was just.
I know. It does.
Just happened.
Everything just started snowballing after that. I think everything went so fast after that.
That's crazy.
Then we had like the riots and the agent provocateurs, people fucking up Target and people smashing in glasses, and it was people dressed up. It was just unrest for a long ass time.
You had the pretenders, the people that was rioting for no reason and they ain't had no agenda and they was dressed up so you couldn't see who they was. Causing havoc for no reason. You had some of the people that was acting like they was fixing up buildings and shit and taking pictures. You know what I'm saying? That shit was crazy, bro.
Goddamn,
the U-Haul truck.
Yeah, the U-Haul truck.
Yeah.
You know that wild shit out, and it was
the shields and
riot kit.
The Portland riots. The Portland riots.
Portland riots.
Yep.
The little white boy that was trying to shoot Bammers.
No, that was later on. That was later on.
Okay.
But May 31st, all the looting. Flight Club got fucking ransacked.
Oh man, I remember that. Yeah, round 2 autumn. Whole Fairfax got fucked up. They needed that. They needed that though. I don't feel bad for y'all. Y'all got insurance. That's when we talking about Sean Witherspoon. You gotta do better, nigga. I ain't forget you. You still gotta do better, bro. That's ridiculous. You charging all that for some vintage.
All right, so now that you said that, you know,
and all that.
let's jump into this. So we talk about Flight Club and everything, right? We talking about shoes. What's the best shoe drop of 2020?
That shoe drop of 2020.
Jordan 11 adapts.
Who you got, Corey?
Jordan 11 adapts.
Jordan 11 adapts.
Yes, this today. Just this
five bills for two shoes. $5 bills for 2 shoes.
Just this morning.
They tied themselves. You bought them, Joyce?
I tried to. the sneakers app, that algorithm wasn't working for me.
I hate that fucking app, dog. I hate that app. I don't think people even really be winning shit off of there.
I used to win that joint all the time, and it's like, really? I don't know, like 2 or 3 years ago, that shit just like cut me out.
I have never had any luck on it, man.
And then I got the weird thing is it don't show like all my past purchases. I thought like the more purchases you get, like like you want a bus, so you gonna let them in.
They give you like seniority or something.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. All my past purchases don't even show on my account no more. So
you would.
I have never won anything off there.
I used to hit it all the time.
I'm thinking about the resale value on them shits. If they going for 500, man,
right?
They probably sell for 1,500.
It's probably like some what's the Martin McFly jump?
Definitely.
Yep.
Yeah.
They tie themselves, man. That's the
future. Thing is, it's not a bad looking shoe at all.
No, it's not.
No, it's based on the 11.
Yeah.
It's the self-tying joints.
Even those 25th anniversary 11s are cold too.
Yeah, I like the 7210s though.
What's the 7210s? Put them up there.
I ain't got it right now.
Put them up
there. Right.
Put them up there. Didn't them Jordan ones come out this year too? The
black ones came out.
The black and metallic gold.
Yeah,
I do like those too. Yeah, the gold medal. I do like those. I do like those.
Yeah. I think
all right, so who you got, P? The shoe drop of the year? Who you got?
I got the New Balance.
Got in the comments?
I got New Balances 992s. We're gonna go with Joe Fresh Goods. The No Emotions Are Emotions. This is a collab he did with New Balance and like
damn nigga, we got a list.
Yeah. He did the other joint with Kawhi. Yeah, him and Kawhi had a little collab too, somewhat. But yeah, this was the best drop. This came out during All-Star Weekend. That's when all the best drops come out. All-Star Weekend and end of the year. That's the coldest drops, sneakers, all that shit. Everybody know that. But yeah, this was early February. All-Star Weekend. It was in Chicago. They did their thing, man. Joey Fresh Goods. He's a Chicago representative. I thought this was probably one of the coldest drops, like. Probably in the last like 5 years, this shit is still top 5 to me. That's just a nasty 992. It's nasty.
DC made it popular though. Y'all remember that?
Oh, and that's the only reason I'm hip to 992s, dog. I swear to God. Like I don't think anybody else.
And the phone posit.
Yeah, the posits.
The phone posit. We did that.
Them drums should be called the air modes.
We did that.
They said we did that. The air modes. We said the air modes. We did that.
The air modes.
Nobody reps that shit like DMV, dog. Nobody reps that shit like DMV.
All right, who you got, Keys?
I'm gonna go with the retro 5s, the alternate grapes. Those
Grapes.
I got the jounts.
Yeah. I was jelly when you said you got them joints too. I was a little jelly when you said you got them. I was like, damn. I just like the fact that I mean it's
that purple, man.
Yeah, it's purple. It's fucking purple.
Yeah. And the fives are one of the best pair of J's, period, though.
Period.
Yeah, the 5s is like.
I think the fire red 5s that came out early this year is just super classic, and they had the Nike Air in the back like they had back in the day. It's just a solid fucking shoe.
Yeah,
the fire red 5s that came out early this year.
Simple, clean, fresh.
I think I got them Jones.
I love original colorways.
I don't got those.
Yeah, the OG colorways are the best ones.
Yeah, I don't really like dabbling out the all these real weird colorways, but I like the OG jumps.
Yeah.
Those are the best.
Yep. All right, what you got, Al? Best shoe of 2020.
For me, I'm going to Grateful Dead's the Yellow Bears.
Mm-hmm.
I like them joints.
Yeah, those were nasty as fuck, dog. All them
Like-
colors were nasty, but that specifically was.
Yeah.
I started to get those too.
Yeah, you thought you was gonna get them bitches if you
Yeah.
unless you had a sneaker.
They was
better
on the
have a
sneakers.
plug.
They was on the sneakers. And I started to try.
You need to hold somebody ransom to get these type of shoes.
Yeah, you
It's
need
like
a
that.
pluggity plug.
I don't know. It was just like it's like the Space Invader type look that like from the old arcade game that stand out at me. And then I always like the like bright yellow shoes or the bright green shoes and shit. So these shits was just hard. And then you already know we was just like I was just a dunk guy. So
Yeah.
these jumps
Yeah.
just
Bro, we
Then
was
the
rocking dunks back in the day, bro. Like,
Do
these
you
little
remember
niggas,
that?
bro.
Do you
I
remember?
think I had
Do you-
all the dunks. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
You
remember
niggas are not
Alex.
worthy to have
Yeah.
these junks out there. Y'all not worthy to have these. I'm just
Hey,
letting y'all know right now.
Whether they had a
This,
SBs.
this a real story. Alex, you remember you wore my Kermit the Frogs to the beach?
yeah.
Yeah. You know what I said to Kermit the Frogs? He wore them to the beach. That's how we was on it. That shit was light. We was killing shit.
Yeah,
Damn.
Yeah,
We had a good run,
Hey.
man.
we
Ahead.
had a great run.
Ahead.
As far as
Ahead of the
that's-
game.
Ahead.
Ahead of the game.
I still never got them Iron Maidens though.
Yeah,
Those were
them
tough to
Iron
get.
Maiden.
Those that's holy grail for me.
Yeah,
I always
Yeah.
one of them ones that I always wanted was the push heads. I just never could find them.
I had
so
the push
it was
heads.
always
Yeah.
sold out,
I
man.
think Reds had them.
Nah, Keys had to push it.
Oh, okay.
They was always sold out. But
Yeah.
I collected them dunks, man. I was hitting them shits like year after year.
That's
And
Hey.
meanwhile, y'all talk about the resale value on. I think y'all talked about the resale value on the 11 adapts. The resale value,
Yeah.
the resale
They're
value
stupid.
on those dunks, on those jumps,
Yeah.
those sold for like 110 or 100. Like the resale right now is like at least 600. I mean, like at least like off bucks. Like, and I know that's not in comparison to the
That's about the
1500.
same though.
That's
about
the thing,
same.
bro. It don't be for the love of the shoe
Depend
no
on the
more. It be
size.
for the flip. It be for
Depend
the
on the
flip.
shoe size, really.
Yeah, that's
Hey.
true.
Hey, I do fuck with have you been seeing how they've been having like it's overseas? I forgot where it is, but it's like I want to say it's in the Philippines or some shit like that, where they've been having them like if you go in and buy some shoes, you gotta walk out with the shoes on your feet.
I did see that. Yeah, shout out to them. Shout out to them.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. If you're not trying to get robbed.
I know. That niggas waiting for you outside the store. Like, this is the store, nigga. This is the store. No, I saw a nigga walking out with the leather. He's walking out.
But see, so the funny thing about that, Al, is I think me and you are kind of the same in that aspect. Because sometimes I'll buy a shoe and I won't wear that shit for like 2-3 months, like on purpose, like you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to crease them or something. You know what I'm saying? I want them to be super fresh for some event. And so that would actually mess with my head having to walk out, with them drinks.
Yeah, you too fresh with that. You too fresh.
Yeah, I ain't trying
You
to
don't
wear
even
them
got
right
the right
now.
outfit
I don't
on.
have the right fit on. I ain't got the right
Yeah.
fit.
Right. I'm just gonna go back home. Like I ain't going nowhere in
Right.
the morning.
That's just like I bought a damn Juan Soto jersey.
All right,
I
go
ain't
ahead,
wore
Marcus.
that bitch yet.
Who you got?
So I got I went with
Soto
the Air Max
versus-
2090. I'm a big Air Max fan, so I went with the Air Max 2090. It's a brand new just model that they came out with, and my favorite is the Air Max 97. But when I seen them come out with I'm always looking for their new shit. So when I seen them joints, I was like, yeah, those is fire. It's a new model, so yeah, simple as that.
Those Air Max adapts are straight too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Those are all right, too.
And the Air Max 720s,
Yep.
those is probably the most comfortable shoes you could ever wear. The Air Max 720s.
Yeah.
Like, trust me, the bubble on them bitches is like that. Like,
No,
nigga,
that's
like,
not.
trust me, them shits
Right.
feel good as shit.
3 inches.
Literally,
Uh,
like you be tall as shit out this bitch with them joints on.
Best drop of 2020, Shaq. What you got?
Best drop. I had them off-white Air Jordan 5 called the
Hey, those were
Shells.
cold. Them
Yeah, them
shits
shits
was
was
cold.
cold.
That probably was one of the hardest drops. So real talk, them shits was nasty.
I know some people don't like Off-White, but I fuck with them joints hard.
Yeah.
Nah, they knew what they was doing with that.
Those were sick.
It's not that I don't like Off-White, you know, and it's just me. It's not that I don't like Off-White. It's just like I don't like the extent of the Off-White collaborations. Like the Off-White collaborations has seemed to go over the top. Well, not even just the Off-White, but like the extent of these different collaborations have gone over the top, where it's like it's a legit collaboration for every shoe, and it just takes away the rarity or the exclusiveness of the collaboration for me. But I mean, I think the Off-White 5s definitely, like, them jumps is sick. But if you think about it, it's like an Off-White 5, it's an Off-White 4, it's probably like an Off-White 1. Well, no, it's not probably. It is Off-White 1. And then we got like at least off the Off-White 11s. I wouldn't be surprised, man. They got the Off-White 10s or Off-White 9s or something like that, man. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a lot.
All right, and I'm gonna go with. I was gonna say the chunky donkeys because these jumps are just like
honestly, I think those might be number one.
I wanted them.
Those might be number one. I feel like those joints, to me, or at least from my perspective, I feel like them joints got the most hype out of every shoe that came out this year.
Yeah,
them joints
that was the hardest shoe to get.
Just the patterns, the textures.
That's what I'm saying. That might be number one. That literally might be number one.
NSSB. But my runner-up is going to be these Fear of God triple black jumps. Like these jumps are futuristic.
I was going to say those too. Them shits hard too.
You say you can hoop in them. You say you can hoop in them shits too, for real.
You should be. You should be able to do everything. No?
Man, it's been flying them motherfuckers.
Ninja shoes.
Wear a fucking blade jacket with that shit.
That's what I'm saying. It look like some Crime Stoppers.
The Tony Stark.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
all right. So you said you should be able to hoop in them jumps, right? So what do y'all think is the best sport performance of 2020?
Ooh, man, that's tough.
Think about that. Marinate on that.
That is tough. Best sports performance.
Man.
All right, I'm just going to the first thing came to my mind. Of course, I'm a Skins fan, Washington football team, whatever you want to say. That Chase Young game, a couple weeks ago, that shit was fucking super. Like, that nigga had a sack. He had a fumble return for a touchdown. I think he like blocked a couple. Like, that was like one of those, especially for a rookie, that was one of those games where you like, okay, this nigga is different. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's one of those, like, you know, one every 10 years, JJ Watt type, only the Redskins, only the Texans have him. Like, that's one of the, so just off the top of my head, it's probably better performances, but that's just the first thing that came to my head. That game, who was that against? When Chase Young went, that was against the Cowboys, right?
That was against Dallas.
That was against the Cowboys, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. So that's the first thing that came to my mind. But
wait, I thought
what y'all got?
I was actually just going off of the just like out of most recent memory, Alvin Kamara. What he did last week was ridiculous. Alvin Kamara just went,
bro. Yeah, he beat fucking Clayton Porter's record.
Yo, how you?
Who had Kamara in fantasy?
Tank did. Luckily he was out of the playoffs.
How many points did he get?
He had 67
How many points did he get off that performance?
He had like 67 points. Yeah, he had 67.
Damn.
Wow. Yeah, that was a hell of a game.
He beat Clayton Porter's record. That was the most touchdowns since 2004. So we talking about 16 years, nigga. So
that's
that
crazy.
Shit, you know. That's hard to top right there alone. Just six touchdowns in one game is hard to top, bro.
Yeah.
Every time I turned like the red zone, I was watching the red zone channel, and it was just Alvin Kamara. I'm like, God damn.
And for real, they went away from him on one of the touchdowns. They gave it to old boy.
Taysom.
Yeah, they gave it to Taysom Hill and shit. He could have been knocked that shit out like early.
Yeah, he could have had 7.
For real. He was ready. He was out on the field. He's like 6 yards on the field. Like waiting to get in. I'm like, man.
Y'all got the other ones? I'm gonna take it to basketball real quick. So I'm gonna put Dame Lillard's performance at the bubble, like just dropping 50s and hitting threes from the timeline and shit, almost half court. Like that shit was amazing. Like I remember looking at some of them games, like, bro, like this nigga is unstoppable. Like right now, like you know how you get in that rhythm.
He
of,
might
like,
have been the best player in the bubble.
Yeah, like I feel like he was in the rhythm, and nobody, whatever the fuck you do, you ain't gonna stop him, because if you can pull up at the timeline, then how the fuck you gonna check the nigga? So him and Jamal Murray put on a goddamn performance too.
Yeah.
I think he got like
Jamal Murray was cooking
like every which way, like you know what I'm saying. It wasn't just threes. He was taking you from the block. He was dunking.
He was doing it all.
Yeah, bro.
He was
like
doing
that
it
was
all,
amazing.
yeah.
That was a good performance, though.
Yeah, I was going to cheat, and I still am going to cheat. I was going to say that Jamal Murray versus Donovan Mitchell, like whole series, because that was like the 50-point back to back.
Yeah,
and like even
them niggas was going at it. Yeah.
And even as y'all said it, like the Jamal Murray, like he did that interview after the game when he was talking about like where to get his strength from, and that nigga was like bent over, dead ass tired, trying to give an interview after playing for 48, well, however many long minutes and shit. Yeah, and then another jump too. I'm a Jimmy Butler in there too. I forgot he had like a 40. I think he had a 40-point triple double or something close to a triple double off of like 50 something minutes or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was some good competitive basketball. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. I like the bubble.
That was a good one. Now they was hooping in the bubble though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I kind of like the
like
fact that they're in there.
It was like fast-paced AAU pick. It was damn near like they was just playing pickup games in that joint. But the shit was entertaining, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
And then you add to the fact that the mamas ain't had to do no traveling like that too, so that probably that enhanced the competition as well. So that shit was love.
Yeah.
And it was games on during the day.
That shit should have been called. That shit should have been called "Niggas Be Hooping." That's what that shit should have been called. That's how that shit was.
Niggas be hooping.
Like literally, that's how that shit been called. Hey, you know what? That joint was missing KD. Can you imagine KD in the bubble? Yeah, I feel like if KD was in the bubble, it would have been like he would have went the fuck off. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's his environment. You know what I'm saying? Like so. Yeah.
Yep. I believe it.
Yep.
I think it's something too having everybody in one place too. You know what I'm saying? Like what a lot of players were saying after the game, they would see like the other person from the other team like walking near the pool and shit. So like just imagine for 7 months or however long it was. It wasn't 7 months, but 3 months. You know, you literally seeing your competition every fucking day, and like you can see them practice, you can see them hooping. I think it's more like a competitive, you know what I'm saying, a competitiveness when you over there and everybody's in the same fucking park, and you going
to the cafeteria and shit.
Yeah. So I like that. I don't know.
You catching niggas in the bathroom and shit.
Oh.
Oh man, I didn't mean like that, man. All right.
Man. Let me ask you this: do you think that the NFL could get away with doing that, or is that just too
many players?
Too many players.
Too many players.
That's 53 players per team. Yeah, that's too many.
Yeah, you got 100.
I think
100 viruses.
I think they could. I think they could get away with like a modified bubble. Not necessarily like the same way like the NBA did, but I think they could get away with like a modified bubble. Maybe it's not necessarily everybody in one, like all the teams in one location, but like East Coast, West Coast, or even like if it's just the playoffs or the playoff teams or what have you, like they were to do a modified bubble, whereas though I'll just go hypothetically, you got teams playing out in Cali. So you got like 3 teams or 4 teams staying in one hotel in one city in Cali, but then they literally can drive to the state in which the stadium in which they're supposed to be playing. So they could be in LA. You know, LA got endless. Well, maybe not LA because LA is wide open, but yeah, LA, and then they could just drive to the stadium and play and make it work like that. But it'll be tough. It will be tough.
He said endless hoes.
I didn't say hoes. Oh man, sick. Hey, Ryder, what's your best sports performance in 2020? Huh? Oh shit.
You on
Oh,
mute?
yeah.
Jamal Murray and the Denver
shit.
Nuggets.
I was on
Anybody
mute.
say that?
Yeah,
we did.
touched on that.
Had
Okay.
to.
Yeah.
I mean, did you see they was how many games back?
3-1. It was 3-1.
Oh,
against
he
the
talking
Clippers?
about.
It was 3-1, and then in the third quarter they was down by like what 20, no, damn near 30 points, and they came back and
Yeah,
won
like
the
15.
series.
Yep.
That's an all-time performance. Not just 2020, that's an all-time performance.
Alvin Kamara had 6 touchdowns. That shit was ridiculous.
True.
And see, like stuff like
Oh, what are you doing?
I thought about Derrick Henry with 200-yard game. Yeah.
Yeah, he been killing it.
So y'all just gonna skip over Chase Claypool, Pittsburgh Steelers? You know what I'm saying?
I thought about him too. You talking about right up against Philly?
Did anybody say the band from
Was it
Buffalo?
against Philly? Yeah, it was against
Buffalo
Philly.
University?
Who? Oh
Nobody said
damn!
the
I'm
band.
just gonna skip over Pittsburgh and go to Buffalo. Damn,
I'm talking about Buffalo University, the running back.
brother.
Oh yeah, James Patterson.
Yeah,
James Patterson.
Yeah.
He's from here too.
Yeah.
Oh, bro.
Yeah,
That's what we do.
You guys had that one game? It was like
430 or something like.
yeah, something crazy.
That just happened too, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So who y'all got in the college playoffs?
Ooh, that's on Friday too. Ohio State on Friday.
Clemson.
Yeah, they probably get that.
You know?
I'm going with
It
Clemson
depends
all the
on
way,
who they
bro.
play after that.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't think
I
Clemson
don't-
defense
I
ain't
don't
like
believe
it's been in
it.
recent years.
You said you don't believe in who?
But who's
Clemson
gonna beat them?
defense.
I don't believe in Ohio State. I
Nah.
don't believe in Notre Dame. Yeah, Alabama will be the only ones. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think Ohio
Yeah.
State probably the worst team in the joint, to be honest with you. Because I think Notre Dame, like even though they lost to Clemson, they got some fight in them. You know what I'm saying? So if there's a team that's going to surprise people, upset anybody, it's going to be Notre Dame, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
They play some good
But,
ball this year too. Actually, they play some all right ball.
And even in that game they lost when they played Clemson that second time, it wasn't like they played horrible. They just had like a bad like quarter or two. You know what I'm saying? Where Clemson just pounced on top of them, but they wasn't like they're not a horrible team. You know what I'm saying? Like I think, but I'm still gonna go with Clemson. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with Clemson over Alabama. Young. I think I'm gonna go with them. I'm not sold on Mac Jones. Like I understand, I'm just not sold on that nigga. Nothing about Mac Jones jumps out. Jumps off the screen.
We losing our watchers
saying?
because of sports.
He's just regular. He's just a regular quarterback, dog.
Did y'all have
great
any
year
for NFL? Did y'all have any predictions that came true?
Not yet.
Somebody threw Miami out there earlier this year, and Miami's balling. Somebody else talking about that. Arizona came to fruition.
Somebody was making some crazy
I feel like a couple of us said that Buffalo was going to be the real deal this year. At the beginning of when we first started the podcast and we was getting into the NFL and shit, I feel like a couple of us said that Buffalo was going to be out there bumping.
They solid.
They did.
Yeah,
They did that shit. We said they wasn't no fluke from last year.
Nah, they looking straight right now. To be honest.
What
They beat our ass.
What month did we leave off with?
Whoa, P. Hey, we not just gonna skip that. They beat our ass. That deserves a drink.
What a drink.
They beat our ass. Pittsburgh. They beat our ass.
Oh my god.
Y'all,
just keep saying it. Yeah.
Y'all reach it, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? All right,
Exactly.
He's like, I understand.
I get it. I understand what we doing right there.
What month did we leave off with?
I think like June.
I think we was in May.
Yeah, we were like
I
mid-May.
think we in June.
Okay, we said George Floyd happened, Epstein happened, Flight Club, that was the 31st, Portland riots 29th. Okay, so let's jump into June.
Look like Nancy Pelosi and them when they was wearing the Kente cloths.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that.
That was
shit.
wild.
Yeah.
That was some wild.
That's
Black
a what the fuck moment. That's a what the fuck moment.
Nancy Shakur.
Yeah, it definitely was.
I forgot about that.
I call her that.
I forgot about that shit.
Get her ass out of here, man.
Hell no.
And then June
Hey,
2nd was
Was it Black Sweat Tuesday?
yeah, Blackout Tuesday. Blackout Tuesday. Everybody had and
We
people were saying I don't even know why I'm doing this, but
Yeah.
we're gonna put the blackout on there.
Yeah.
That's right around the same time that you started to see the stuff on like the video games and stuff like that. Call of Duty, Madden.
It was having that shit on Madden. Yeah, it was on
Shit,
Madden and all that
Netflix.
shit.
2K.
Okay.
Programming,
Uber Eats.
programming the children.
Yep.
Yep. That
Everything.
shit was everywhere. Yeah, commercials, all that shit.
Pet
Billboards. Yep.
He said best.
Yeah, I was tripping with that, man. Okay, June, and then we gonna jump into I guess July.
Yeah, July.
What we got in July?
We was trying to get
Maxwell,
out.
July 2nd.
Yeah, Ghislaine Maxwell. She got finally somebody held her accountable, even though they didn't hold the Clintons accountable. He was right on that plane 29 times, 26 times.
Yep.
Crazy.
Come on now. Who the boss then? Who you think the boss is?
I don't know. That's about the time Trump was trying to distance himself. I
Tony
never
Depp.
met that guy.
Clint be in all them circles, man. His hands in all
Hey,
that type of shit.
Hey Corey,
Yeah.
how Trump distanced himself and the goddamn Prince of England couldn't even distance himself.
Oh, he got
'cause that
fucked
is
up
called
in the game.
red-handed card.
Yeah, he got fucked up. Didn't he get exiled from his shit?
No,
Not yet.
What they do to him? The prince. I'm talking
Ain't
about.
they
oh,
Yeah.
shit, he still
Didn't
in
do
yet.
shit yet.
He probably sent the hint. He probably sent the hint in.
Yeah, he probably did. Oh shit.
He ain't
I didn't
do
know he
shit.
was still out like that. I thought he got caught up.
Mm-mm.
I saw the interview
Ain't no, ain't none of that.
when he said he was in the room.
No, man.
Yeah,
Uh,
singing.
And then after
He said he was at his daughter's birthday.
we had this
party.
Wayfair scandal.
Yep, that Wayfair shit.
Oh, I
We
forgot
had that
about
Wayfair
shit.
scandal.
Mm-hmm.
What happened with Wayfair? What?
You don't remember like they was having like all them like
They were
those
like,
crazy ass overpriced items on Wayfair, and then if you like took the SKU number,
they
people
were
that
like
work in
traffic.
retail, I know y'all know what the SKU number is. You take the SKU number and you plug it in like on some like search engine, and it would like show like a profile for like an underage girl.
Yeah,
What?
they were like sex
He
trafficking.
said,
That's
what?
crazy.
Yeah,
That was
that
like
shit
the way
and
that
it was
was
like
like the-
directly like
on the
connected to
website.
Ellen and Ellen's show.
Yeah, that's how she got caught up from
Mhm.
Wayfair and all that
Predators
shit.
out here.
Remember, Corey, you pointed out how Ellen's show, how her background looked exactly like Jeffrey
The
Epstein
Epstein
temple
one. Yeah.
on his show. I mean, not on the show. Well, yeah, it is a show, the Epstein show, but on his island.
Mm-hmm. The Epstein Island.
They say a lot of Epstein shit derived from Westworld too.
Westworld, yep.
Yeah,
On the
Wow.
underground, so, yep.
go check
Yeah.
out
Wow.
the maze over at Wyoming. His spot in Wyoming got the same fucking maze.
And New Mexico too.
Yeah, New Mexico.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what they call that shit, the Mesa and Westworld. If you watch Westworld, it's the
Yeah.
Mesa. Yeah,
same shit.
Mhm.
Fuck me. You told me about that, Rez. That shit fucked
Yeah.
me up. Yeah, go. I went through a little rabbit hole. That shit's like for real.
even if you look at this, like the what's the old girl, the black girl that's in that show?
In Westworld.
Sandy
Main
Newman.
actor, skinny.
Tessa Thompson.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. So she was working for Davos, right? If you look up Davos, the company, and how much shit they are involved with, like right now, like in real life, the Davos company.
Let me write that down.
Yeah,
He said it right there.
I got like 3 things I gotta get.
What is Davos? What do they do?
I know that oil.
they got their hands in everything, bro. Everything.
And then shortly after that whole Wayfair scandal, probably one of the wildest stories in fucking hip hop, just rap in general was fucking a female rapper was actually fucking shot, Meg Thee Stallion. You know, that was definitely a big story. There was a lot of talk about that.
Yeah.
And even to this day, still some question marks involved.
Damn.
Tory Lanez, he hasn't really faced any real true consequences to the whole situation either. So, it's definitely that was a wild ass story. And the craziest thing about me is like she got shot in a bikini though. Like that don't even make sense to me, nigga. Like how you get shot in a bikini by a man? That don't make no fucking sense.
Yeah, and from what I heard, she was like really degrading it. He's like a little ass nigga. This nigga's like 5'3".
What you heard? What are your sources, sir?
Oh, no jumper. But yeah, and fucking Adam 22. This motherfucker.
That's the same nigga, ain't it?
Yeah. Okay. Cool. That I'm just making sure. But that's the motherfucker who was saying like she was going in on him, like arguing with him, saying some like derogatory shit, and he came back ego tripping, and that's when he like shot her in the foot. I can see that. I can really see that because like
it's a wild ass story though. That shit.
It is wild.
And they said that the shot came from behind her. Like, how the fuck you shoot somebody in the foot from behind them? Like all of that shit don't make sense, man.
And that's what I mean. Even how after everything happened, you didn't even hear from this motherfucker for like the longest. Like his shit was on the wraps. Even her like,
and then this nigga dropped.
It still ain't all the way out.
He dropped bars, nigga.
He did though.
Like after that,
he did drop bars.
Like a talented ass nigga, bro. Like
yeah. It's just promo stunts though. I feel like these motherfuckers do that shit to build it up and then drop.
You when he's talking about how like what was that one jump? The Most High jump. When he's talking about Illuminati trying to take me.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was speaking, some funny shit in that jump.
Yeah, like we said, we're gonna have to wait and see though, because he do be at all them like galas and shit. Magma.
The thing is, like, no, he hasn't been charged yet.
His name is Daystar, bro. That's enough. That's enough.
Don't that mean like
his birth name is Daystar.
Don't that mean like the light bringer or something like that?
Satan or something. Yeah, I mean the light bearer.
Yeah,
but that's what the devil is. The light. That's what they call the devil, the light bearer.
Lucifer.
Yep.
Hey, that's another one of the memorable moments for 2022.
What the fuck?
The quarantine radio.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, true. That started up for real. That shit was bumping.
And he had that going.
Strawberry milk.
2020 was such a wild ass year because all right, so you sitting back, you chilling, you living your regular everyday life. You hear Meg Thee Stallion get shot by Tory Lanez. You like, what the fuck? And the very next fucking day, the Washington football, the Redskins, no more. the next fucking day, we are the Washington football team. That shit is a wrap. Now we moving forward. Like nigga, a majority of us in here is Redskins fans. So that shit, like you know what I'm saying? Like that was like that was a bomb on us. You know what I'm saying? Because even to this day, I still call them the Redskins. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know anything else. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So that was a huge. And it's one of the most historic franchises in sports. You know what I'm saying? So for them to change their name after all these years, that was heavy. That meant a lot.
It was fucked up because I think it was just like piggyback off of all this fucking white guilt and shit.
Look at this nigga.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much. That's exactly what it was.
Yeah, it was. So.
And when was that? I'm sorry.
July.
That was
July 13th.
That was like, right.
Damn.
Right before the season for real. Preseason and all that shit.
And we thought Dan was gonna put his foot down, but just he couldn't, he couldn't shake it.
He crumbled under pressure.
Because when your bottom line get affected, you know what I'm saying? You gotta do what you gotta do at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Take a pull in April. Yeah. So what was he supposed to do at that point?
Yeah, he's but the shit that's coming never mind. We done 2020.
I know. We get that down the road. We can get that down the road. What else we got? We in July still?
We in July. I think that's it for July.
Yeah, I think August now. I'm trying to think what happened in August.
Right now, where everybody's in there.
We had a whole lot of WAP in August. We had a bunch of that. WAP was, WAP was everywhere in August.
Yeah,
that
WAP
was all over the place.
2 weeks after being shot in the foot, she was throwing that WAP everywhere in the video.
Everywhere, nigga.
Yeah,
had everybody talking too.
She got the best.
Seen that video?
Simo seen that video. Simo was in the video.
Simo was in it.
Simo
was starring in
it.
it.
Little cameo.
Little cameo.
He beefing about that shit. Nigga beefing about that.
We still got that running. That shit's still running.
That shit ridiculous.
That shit been running for 4 months straight. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
hey, you came too.
That shit.
Oh man.
Oh, I think we forgot something.
Hey, before we get to the WAP joint though, we missed the entanglement. The entanglement was like,
Jada Will.
Yeah.
Goddamn, that did go down. Yo, it's so much shit that happened. I forgot about that shit.
Yeah.
The entanglement, man.
Entanglement with August.
That was
You think if
oh shit.
do you think if it wasn't like a quarantine summer, that entanglement shit would have did like, you know, it would have did way more than what it was supposed to do. Like it would have had people tripping.
Yes.
Yeah, like that. That quarantine kind of saved some people.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised if people got fucked up in some entanglements just because they was quarantined together.
True.
Oh, yeah, you already know that.
Yeah. For sure.
Oh, all that shit's coming out early too. Early. Oh, you ain't hitting her up like you was, nigga? Nah, I'm with this motherfucker here. Nah. What I'm gonna do? All that shit. Right now.
AOP, wow.
Shut it down.
AOP, wow. Oh, we're breaking down 2020, guys. We are breaking down 2020.
It's a wrap. I'm so happy.
It's crazy.
It's a fucking wrap. Hey,
Don't sleep on 2021 though.
Oh no, I can't.
I don't think so.
All right.
I'm actually looking forward to 2021.
I am too. Just to say it ain't 2020 no more.
Like this, I don't know. I don't remember the last year that I was like really looking forward to it. Like every New Year's is just
different if they talking about some damn mutant virus.
I mean,
I know, right?
I can dream.
A man can only dream.
A man can only dream.
No, I think this year is gonna be the year of like evolution. Like I said, we're gonna be cutting out the middleman. I feel like a lot of more businesses gonna be flourishing. You're gonna get shit more direct. People are just understanding more about the consumer.
They say 2021 is the year of the transformation.
Okay, see,
that's what they say.
And I feel like right now we already been in the shift of consciousness. So yeah, transformation, that's essential.
The thing is like how many years has been? It's like 1010. That was like 1,000 and some years ago. It's 2020, 3030. Like this shit is not no regular shit.
That's what I'm saying. But you had to already know that if the fact that it's called, the fact that it's 2020, that it wasn't going to be a regular year, bro, because you only get these like once every 1,000 fucking years. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, come on, man. It was some shit was going to happen. Yeah.
It's like you said, generation.
Yeah, that's right, Marcus.
Even with like them eclipses and shit that's been happening with like space and everything, you look at like Saturn was just in front of fucking
right. We had a planetary alignment last
week, my nigga. For the first time,
right.
First time.
But you right though. How many times have like niggas put in the group chat was like, have y'all seen the moon tonight, nigga? Like I've seen the moon.
Have you seen it tonight?
At least three. Nah, I didn't see it tonight. But I'll say at least 3 or 4 times I saw the moon. Like I ain't never seen the moon look like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it was one night the moon was stupid bright. It was stupid bright, and it was like a big ass ring around that joint. I never seen the moon look like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the moon was looking wild this year. A few, like at least 3 or 4 times. It was like, nah, this ain't no regular shit. You right, bro.
No, you're
Right.
right. You actually you like spot on with that shit. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Even like the shit, the other like the planetary alignment, like that shit just. I mean, look at this shit, it just makes you feel so small. Like, damn.
They do though.
Like, yo.
But that's real though, bro.
Crazy.
It's so
That's
much
why I don't
energy.
understand.
It's so
I
much
don't
energy.
Yeah, I don't understand how people like think ain't nothing out there. Like it'd be if
There's
space
no way,
is
bro.
infinite, how the fuck our dumbass is the only one just running shit?
Hey, hey,
Right.
We just running
doing-
shit on
doing
this
podcasts
planet.
and
just put it-
shit.
We just know it all. Yeah,
put it like this. Put it like this. Put it like this. Like for all the fucking planets to have like for us to have like a planet alignment, whatever you said earlier, Brian. Like nigga, that's greater than all of us physically, like as humans. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just let you know, like nigga, how can you not have a
Hey,
higher power when
I took
every
this
fucking
picture.
planet is perfectly in alignment?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Look at the ring around that, and
Yeah,
that's
I
just
took
like
that
a
picture.
big ass radius too.
I
That ain't
took
Look
even
at
that
that
like,
picture.
shit. Like Orion.
yeah, that's probably hundreds of thousands of miles in space for real.
Yeah, it
You know what I
is.
mean?
But the
Like,
thing,
yeah.
but look, for any skeptical mind to be like, oh nigga, it's just the moon. Like nigga, look at the moon. You don't see the moon with that ring around it every night, bro. Like as much as
Ever.
you might want to see it, you don't see that shit. You don't see that shit
Ever.
every night.
And
So
it's like
that's
it's like
energy, nigga. You looking at. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
that's like a clear pic. That's a photo right there. You can vividly see that fucking ring
I couldn't
around the
keep my eyes
whole
off
thing.
that shit. Yeah.
Nah,
Hey,
Good shot.
hey.
That's a good shot, Red.
Yep. Thank you. National
Hey,
Geographic, holler at me.
Hey, we living in we living in a special time, bro. Because like think about this: in the past 1,000 years, all the people who have lived and passed and came into this life, but we experiencing some shit 2020, but that you only get every 1,000 years. So you can't tell me on a cosmic level, there's nothing special about what we experiencing right now. Like nigga, you don't get this all the time. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So we was born in a very special time in existence. You know what I'm saying? Whether
It's
you want to accept
actually
it or not, it's real.
Yeah, that's true. Because they talk about this era, like our era, whether it was 2012 or 2020, like they always reference our time, which is crazy.
Yeah. Even the Mayans, if you see some of their predictions and shit, like some of that shit's happening like this year, like
Right.
2 or 3 other shits is happening like this year. But to the point of that planet alignment, and you know, I don't want to speak no, you know, far-fetched shit, but have y'all seen Pitch Black, the movie Pitch Black, where they actually showed how all the planets was aligned in the same time, and it only happens like every 1,000 or 2,000 years.
Oh yeah.
And then that's how you
That
know
was
you
the Vin
get,
Diesel.
yeah, the Vin Diesel joint, and that's how
Yeah.
you get like pitch blackness, like that shit. Like I believe that, like, you know, it's everything it's so much bigger than us, and all of these scientists think they can predict shit, but I don't even think they understand like what we knew back in the pyramid, you know, era, and when we were like superior mathematically. They're still trying to understand that shit, bro. Like I feel like it could be a session where, you know, everything aligns and we don't even know it, and then you know what I'm saying, it'd be all pitch black.
Hey, bro, I'll put it to you like this, right? I think that's factual. I think that people from ancient times was more advanced than us, and what I mean is think about it. We have so many distractions. We have so many distractions that take us away from nature. We watch TV. We got our phones. We got sports. We got all these other like things that we indulge in that takes us away from nature. But imagine if you was born in a world with no TV, like none of these technologies, and all you had to do was rely and depend on nature. Like the keenness of your mind would be astronomical. You know what I'm saying? Compared to what we do, because it's like I forgot we was having a conversation. It's like we're kind of naturally morphing into like one with the machine, one with the computer. But the thing is, we kind of depend on the computer. We depend on the machine. Where niggas back in the ancient times, pure instinct. You know what I'm saying? Pure human, whatever God gave you, you was using that to navigate. You see what I'm saying? So that's why them niggas was able to look at the sun and build. Like I forgot that the pyramids of Giza or whatever they talk it. They say them joints match up
silver.
perfectly with the
Serious.
what's the
Serious.
no, not even silver with the serious with the
Yeah.
what's it called? Exactly. But but for them niggas that even have the capability to have that level of accuracy with their mathematics means you had to be that in tune into nature. The average nigga out here today can't do that shit because we be looking down. We don't be looking up. We be looking fucking down at our fucking phones. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
that's another thing
that
too.
just
Like,
lets you know.
And we don't even have like the information. It's almost like they did the research for themselves and created the information for us. Like we always got to research that shit.
All we had was the stars back then.
Yeah, that's what, and their minds weren't tainted on anything.
That's what I'm saying.
I feel like once they like put out a mission, they were trying to complete that mission.
And the food was fucked up. And every time they kill something, they prayed over it, and they prayed over the land. Prayed over it. They prayed for water. They prayed for rain. They prayed for crops. They prayed for everything.
Because we're on the topic, I had a conversation with this dude. I met this nigga from like Indiana. He lived in the country. He moved to DC. Country bumpkin ass nigga. So I was talking to him. I was like, so yeah, I was like, back in the day, you know, we used to have to kill our food. Now we just go to the grocery store and we eat food that like another person killed. So we're not connected to the death. We're not connected to the animal because we didn't have to kill it. We're just, you know, exactly no appreciation for the life because we just go and get, you know, meat every day. You go to grocery stores, like somebody else killed that animal. I'm just eating the meat. But he was telling me, he was like, he said he used to hunt when he was growing up, and he said niggas only hunted once a month. Like people didn't eat meat every day. So he said you would kill one deer, and that deer will last you a month or two. You know what I'm saying? A couple months. You didn't have to eat meat every single day. But because it's being mass produced, we go to the grocery store. We like kind of lose our touch with nature. You see what I'm saying? Compared to a nigga who actually hunted, you only needed to kill one deer. Like think about it. Nigga only had to kill one deer a year. You know, maybe 4 or 5 deer a year, but we over here just be eating all the, you know what I'm saying, all kinds of meat.
Pause.
Just say pause.
Hey, real quick, just because Jasmine's still with us and still providing comments and providing her feedback and commentary, so we appreciate that shit. But she definitely said so on the 21st, was it 21st, 22nd? We ain't get our superpowers, so
yeah.
Oh yeah,
but that's just more along the shit that we talk. We still in 2020 though.
2020
alignment. Shit was just aligning.
How you know? But see, this is the thing. This way I be looking at shit. Like, how you know we didn't get superpowers? Like, you kind of gotta like tap into the energy. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's kind of like this. It's like, oh, look at, you know what I'm saying? It's like they give you the potential, but you gotta do something with the potential. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. It ain't like you just gonna sit there. And then it's like, oh, the planets are aligned, and it's like, oh, now I'm gonna start flying. It's like, nigga, you got to tap into that energy. You got to be one with that. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it. Like, we might have actually got a joke. Yeah, we might have actually got a boost in energy, a boost in just creativeness. You know what I'm saying? But if you just living your, like we always talk about, you living in the matrix. You going to work, you going to McDonald's, get your McMuffin and coffee every morning. You're not fucking thinking about like, how can I tap into the higher aspect of myself. You're not thinking like that because you're so used to just following your everyday routine. So maybe we probably could have, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Hey, yeah, but then even to go a little bit further too, because maybe go back a little bit. I know we asked what 2020 what our vision for or what we thought 2020 could mean. And I think one of my jobs is like optics. And so like it could have like literally our superpower truly could be like our eyes are completely open now to everything that's around us. And like it could be like literally that 2020. So it's not only
third
like
eye.
Yeah, like our superpower could truly be like how we move forward.
Hey Al, I'm not. Don't mean to cut you off, but I'm agreeing with you because I've watched some videos. I've read some shit. They say 2020 is supposed to be the year of the great revealing. See what I'm saying? Yeah. They say 2020 is the year of the great revealing. So think about that. It makes a bunch of fucking sense what you're saying. You know?
I feel that.
My shit. I mean, like now that I think about it, now that here we are on this topic. So now I think if I were to say like my word for 2020, and I know I'm going back a little bit, but my word for 2020 would be optics, just because of like it's all dependent upon how you look at shit. So like 2020 could, yes, we already know 2020 could be a fucked up year, but at the same time, 2020 could be like the best like the best thing that could have possibly happened to us because it opened our eyes.
Yep.
It opened not only our eyes but other people's eyes. It woke us up. It allowed for us to, like, you know what I'm saying, change the way we do things, change the way we move, change the way we view things, and then also like explore and expand on the opportunities that was already in front of us. But yeah, man, yeah, I think I don't want to say we didn't get superpowers, but we just ain't get the superpowers we was talking about before, where I could read, Randall, what was your superpower before?
Read minds and shit.
Control minds. I want control minds. I don't want to read your minds.
Yeah. Shout out Jasmine, yo. Shout out Jasmine.
Yeah,
keep the comments coming, yo.
Way come through. All y'all leave in the comments.
Hey, so where we at on the timeline right now? Are we still in August?
August.
I think we left off on WAP, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
What as?
All right, well, I think that's it for August. I think that's it for August.
We got
Niggas just said,
hey, y'all want to hear one of the top 5 pause moments of the year?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, throw that on.
Throw it in there.
Why you hiding, P?
Pause.
Why you hiding, P?
I always have a bet.
Exactly.
Yeah, I got 1A1B.
I can't get rid of nobody. Honestly, can't get rid of nobody.
And
So everybody went.
Eddie, my bottom though.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. We wouldn't have no Martin Lawrence without Eddie.
Hey, I saw.
That was episode 1. That was the first episode. That was episode 1. That was the first.
Oh my God! Damn. Hey P, go ahead, yo. Episode 1 though. God damn, P, you did not waste no time.
Early
Damn.
too. Oh man.
Daddy.
God dang.
And the fucked up part about it is they always talk about how Eddie Murphy was gay too. So for you to say he was,
I know my bottom.
Oh man. He said my bottom.
Good grief.
Wowee.
I can be so many things.
oh man.
Oh my God.
Hey,
Did we drink? I didn't drink.
Hey, we gotta make sure we get the rest of them. Put them clips out there.
Yeah,
Shit is funny as shit.
We got
We got anything in September?
Before we get to September, we got. Don't forget about rest in peace, Chadwick.
Oh yeah, Chadwick Boseman.
Oh yeah. That was a major. That was a huge moment.
Yeah, that was another shit. Like y'all
That shit
said,
came out of nowhere, bro. That shit came out of nowhere. I was like, oh, he was sick
Out of
too.
nowhere.
Like,
Right.
yeah.
And it's like, wait, he was sick. Like, look at
But,
Right.
but the thing that threw you off about the joint was because he was the Black Panther. Like the nigga was healthy, the nigga was strong as shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, how does nigga go from the Black Panther to fucking skinny as shit and dying? Like,
yeah,
it just seems so sudden. It just seems so sudden. You know what I'm saying? So that shit was just crazy.
he was a black superhero, and then like he wasn't a black superhero like Aaron Mackey or nobody like that. He was like a lead.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And it wasn't Black Lightning either. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's
Or Luke Cage or nobody. He was
Nah,
like,
to keep it all the way real, Chadwick, rest in peace. That nigga is the black superhero. As far as cinema is concerned, like he is the black superhero.
Yeah.
It's kind of like how the first Superman. It's like he's always gonna be remembered as Superman. That's like I feel like Chadwick is that guy.
I mean, look
people,
at
you know
the
what I'm saying?
turnout.
I feel like
The turnout that he had for Black Panther. It was insane.
Yeah.
That's
And he
true.
played-
And it's funny
and he
because
played it.
even white people went out to go see that shit, and they was like, "That was a really good movie." Like I heard white people, you know what I'm saying? So that just lets you know, you know.
Yep.
Was it like the
That's
most
big.
grossing like single
Highest grossing
superhero
Marvel
movie?
movie, ever.
Yeah. I mean, not like Avengers because that's like a collective move, but like I'm talking about like a single person.
Yeah, single-handed, yeah. But
He's probably
still,
the most,
he was still at the forefront of Avengers and all that shit. Them motherfuckers was fighting in Wakanda. Like all that shit was based around. Yeah, only place they can do it. Yeah, they did that shit proper.
But the funny thing about it, like Even when the what was it, the end game joint, when he was in the movie, they still made sure you knew that he was like the coolest nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? I forgot what scene it was, but he was like, I forgot what one of the female characters said something. He was like, nah, we don't do that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? We show our women respect. I forgot what it was, but I was fucking with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like just how he carried the whole situation. I forgot what scene that shit was in Black Panther or in the end game, but I was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like that was a monumental character right there.
Even with like what Winter Soldier, like when he like showed up on the scene and they was talking about, Your Highness, like they showed respect.
Yeah,
Your Highness.
That was from the get go. That was from the jump.
Jump though.
And
he said he wasn't going to be out here playing no degrading ass roles, so you had to respect that nigga just for that alone. You know what I'm saying? He was like, I ain't playing no shit that's going to put my people out there in a negative light. So you had to respect that. You know?
Yep.
Because he did it one time, right, on like a soap opera, and he was like, never again.
Yep.
He
didn't like the way that felt.
That was like his first role.
And he went to Howard on that. The nigga, he went to Howard. You know what I'm saying? It was like, you know, every like it's almost like his script was just perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't mean to say script, but you know what I'm saying? Like the way the shit played out was like exactly like nobody can.
Marcus, if you
I used this example before. I used this example before, but he was kind of, to me, he was like the Tupac of acting. You know what I'm saying? It was like he came. It was like a intense short period, and then he, you know what I'm saying? He came, he gone, but it won't be forgotten. It will never be forgotten. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's a good way to put that. Yeah, I can see that for real.
You know what I'm saying?
All right,
it was like short, but it was strong. You know what I mean?
So real quick, just because you want, oh my gosh, pause.
Yeah, go and drink that.
Just because you brought up Tupac, I always had this question. I always want to know: do you think Tupac would have been more known for his acting? You only have to pick one. You only have to pick one: his acting, his music, or his activism.
Acting.
I would say acting.
I say his music.
Are you saying what is he most known for?
No. If he not perished too soon, if he didn't perish too soon.
Oh, acting.
Yeah,
I feel like Tupac would have stopped rapping. I feel like he would have stopped that. I think he would have stopped rapping and he would have became a full blown actor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I do feel you on that.
But there were some good movies with some good actors.
And the only reason I say music is because that was his first passion, his first love. You know, the whole rhyming, the whole poetry thing. Like he was really connected to that shit. So that's why I say like that. And but then music is. I feel like he wanted like to really like build your legacy somewhat. I mean, movies too, because that's timeless too. But like as far as like the message and music is just like, you know what I mean? It's on another level. It's different frequency. So I think I don't. It's gonna be between acting and music. For real.
I would definitely say acting.
Yeah, it probably is that acting shit though.
You just saw it in him. I mean, because it was natural.
He was natural,
natural.
Even if we speak on the activism aspect of Tupac, I feel like when he was younger, when it was actually happening in real time, niggas wasn't really like appreciating that shit. I feel like people started appreciating his activism and speaking out more recently. When it was back in the past, it was more like, fuck is this nigga doing? He's going against the grain. He causing trouble. You see what I'm saying? But I feel like now people appreciate it more. But I think in real time while it was happening, he was looking like a misfit. You know what I'm saying? Like that, because I just remember my dad always when I was young. I remember my dad used to be like, "This nigga's a fool." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I just remember him saying that a lot. You know what I'm saying? So like, because the nigga was getting locked up like every week. He was like literally was in the news every week about like some stupid shit. So
yeah, he was wild.
But, hey, so for me, I don't know. I think his activism might have been it because he could have channeled his activism through his music, and then he also was channeling it in the different roles and shit that he played. And like even like now he brought about, and I don't want to say he brought about, he opened the eyes and opened the minds of rappers and such like Kendrick Lamar. Like even still, Kendrick still always talks about like how, you know what I'm saying, he was open, his mind was like engaged or in tune with like how Tupac's thinking. So I think like the activism, especially in the time that we're in now with like the Black Lives Matter and like actually being way more conscious about like how we were or how we are being treated. And then you also think about like how his mom and Sada Shakur and like how he was brought up. I think his activism like might have took over, you know, but I don't know why I feel like that. I do know why. I feel like the reason I think that is because he would have been able to portray that activism still in his music, as well as portray that activism still in his act and in his acting, whatever as well. So yeah,
I think he was most talented in his acting, but I think the most difference he would have made was his activism. But they would never let him, you know, it would be no way they would let him do, you know, that part to his full extent.
Be that level actor and still be an activist.
He was way too militant. He was way too militant, and it made way too much sense. They would never let him do that shit.
So I think,
but Tupac went against the grain on like almost every level. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, go ahead, Paul.
No, I was just saying, like, I think he got to a certain level, like, you know what I'm saying? Like his last couple of years, he was on a certain level that I think it transcended acting. I think he would for him to be like mentally there and involved, I think he would probably even transition to like the production aspect and like, you know what I'm saying, like controlling that shit and like controlling the narrative. You know what I mean? Like, cause I could see him like being done with acting too. Like just how he wanted to move from rapping to doing something different. I could see him, like y'all said, I could see him transitioning to like telling the story and having other people acting and maybe even being in the goddamn movie himself. But my point is I could see him getting tired of just, you know, acting and doing what the producer's telling him to do just because of who he is. So I can see him on the other end of the camera. You know what I mean? Like that's what I would see him. And I think those movies would probably be like some deep ass movies too.
Yeah.
We got Dead Space. Dead Space.
Yep. There you go, man. Go ahead and roll the tape.
What that Paul?
We got Dead Space. Hold on. Hold on.
Roll the tape.
This is not a friendly one.
This is that been the last day I seen that nigga.
Hey, Randall, where we used to work at back in the day, a nigga we used to work at said that shit. I was like, whoa, bro. Like, I'll never fucking go anywhere with you, niggas. Like,
exactly.
Like, how you just admitting that shit?
Let me separate my ass.
Like, you just openly saying
fuck
that?
That
like,
shit.
what the fuck?
Pause.
Whatever, nigga. Fuck that. I'm separating my ass.
Ew.
Whoa! Separate my ass. Fuck that shit. Y'all little young niggas. Over here.
I think that's the biggest part of the podcast.
Wow.
Hey, what just happened? What just happened?
That's what happened. That's what I'm separating my ass so they don't separate my ass.
Stop saying that. Stop saying it.
You're stupid, dog.
Wow.
Hey, Timo.
I have never seen him act like that before.
That might be the worst. That might be the worst.
We need an explanation. Hey, I'm gonna need an explanation from you, sir.
That
nigga left.
Where'd he go?
He left.
I have never.
Hey, that was bad, bro.
That was
my god.
Hey, we said it 3 times.
Hey, we still got 2 more though, don't we? We still got about 2 more, right?
One more.
All right. 3 times.
Oh my god.
Hey, say.
I can't believe he acted like that.
Yeah, where we got this stuff, sir.
Hey, Simo, I need an explanation, brother.
Yeah, what happened?
Nah, I wear that shit.
Yeah.
I have never seen you act like that.
Hold on. I can't hear nobody.
Oh
Hold on.
man.
Oh, you can't hear nobody, huh?
Oh, he hot.
He said he can't hear us.
Hey, hey, Red, shout outs for finding that one. Wow.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
That shit took
That
all night last night. Right?
You can't, hey, Corey, Simo,
That's probably the
you
best
can't
one.
hear us.
Wow. That one.
We got one
that's
more.
the-
So I mean,
That's a tough one.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
afraid for the last joint.
Yeah. I don't even want.
Yeah, I thought that was the worst.
Ain't nothing beating that. Ain't nothing beating that.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't
That
know.
was the worst.
Hey, Corey,
Wow.
Simo, he can't hear us. He can't hear us right now.
Oh,
All right,
man.
hey, so all right, we in September now, right? Oh, there you go. Hey, explain yourself, brother.
I missed what the fuck happened, dog. This shit was like all choppy and shit.
Now you don't know. Now you don't know.
Nah,
Don't worry,
yeah,
hey,
nah.
this
I bet it was choppy.
All I heard was I separated my ass from that shit, and I know
Oh,
somebody.
All right, and he want to say it again.
I've
so
never
look,
seen him act like this.
Hey, so
He's
look,
never acted like this.
we're in the month of September now. We in September. Kanye pushed to get artists masters back in, and he also pushed for Trump. So, what's your opinions on that shit? Because that was definitely a well talked about subject in 2020. So Kanye pushed to get artists their masters back, and he was also supporting Trump openly. So, what y'all think about that?
Fuck that nigga.
What? What you mean, Corey?
I still love Kanye.
He out here messing with Trump. Hold on.
What?
Let me try and put my charge in. This joint, dog. This new platform, dog, is killing the shit out of my battery, dog. I don't know
Yeah,
what's
you need to go to a laptop.
Yeah, I know.
Plug it in.
I know. Only reason why I wasn't on tonight is because I was watching the little one or whatever. I had to walk around and make sure he was Gucci.
Hey, you gotta do it.
Yeah,
you gotta do it.
Let's see.
Oh man, I had another one.
Yo, bro, you know what we fucking completely skipped over? That was a major story in 2020. The fucking Jada Pinkett entanglement with August Alsina. That shit was a big story. You know what I'm saying? And that was back in July. We even bring that shit up.
No,
Yeah, we did. We talked about it.
There's a
Oh,
little
we did.
splash.
I guess I.
There's a little.
That was probably when I walked away.
Splash, you know.
Well, excuse me for that one.
Nah,
But that's still a good one. That was a great one. That shook the world up too.
You said that was September. That was the beginning of football too.
That was in September. I just seen the joint on the list. But that was back in July, I think. Yeah, that was back in July. My fault. But okay, so what we got after the whole Kanye West situation?
That's a good question.
What month are we in?
Probably end of September.
We in September right now.
Hey, real quick before we get off that Kanye shit, I think that Kanye shit was genius. Like to actually push for everybody to get their masters, or push for artists to own their own masters. Like I feel like that. Without saying too much, I think that shit is just genius. Like to actually think about like these members are working, and then somebody else controls like their music and their stuff, their sound. Like that shit is mind boggling to me. But like I definitely think we need to find a way to, or not we, but the music industry needs to find a way to make sure that artists own their own masters. Period. Point blank.
Yeah, I agree with that too.
I don't know, that might have pushed Weezy to sell Drake and Nicki Minaj fucking masters.
Nah, the reason they say he did that was because he's facing that gun charge or what have you, based off of facing that gun charge.
Right?
Well, that's his fault.
Yeah,
that's fucked up.
Yeah, but I mean, so that way he's actually able to recoup some money. If he went in with the gun charge, then he wouldn't have been able to recoup any money or something along those lines.
Right.
But hey, real quick, Jessica, no, this conversation is all inclusive. So please feel free to chime in with any additional comments or chat messages. Please feel free to let us know what you're feeling. let us know what you're thinking, and we can definitely wrap it.
We love the engagement. Like, and feel free to share y'all opinions because that shit keep getting us going. So yes, you know what I'm saying. Say what you gotta say.
Ain't that right, P?
Ain't
that right, P?
Yeah. It's Phil single. It's Phil single.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Relax.
I think that's a pause.
Relax.
I'm just going to
Let's relax.
That's pause video.
I said somebody asked.
I want another one.
Y'all be reaching.
Yeah, just go ahead. Just go ahead.
Give it up.
This is detrimental.
Is it detrimental?
Trigger.
Is it
Sugar?
me?
It says detrimental.
Pull it.
Oh man.
All right.
Y'all niggas put the McDonald's.
All right. Oh,
Oh shit, here we go.
I'm
Here we go.
scared.
Go ahead.
Put the McDonald's. All right.
It ain't working.
And that's another thing too. I'm like, oh, y'all about to have mud butt? Y'all want to do that? Like, oh.
Last time,
I don't need. Oh.
the last time I really seeked out for fucking.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know what I mean.
It's just because you said the last time in
I
front of
sucked
it.
out.
I didn't even hear
Wow.
Hey,
yeah, don't do my man like that.
Hey, you got
y'all gotta look at my face though. I'm gonna run it back. Look at my face.
Run it back. McDonald's. All right.
And that's another thing too. I'm like, oh, y'all about to have mud butt? Y'all want to do that? Like, oh.
Last time,
I don't need. Oh.
the last time I really seeked out for fucking.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know what I mean.
It's just because you said the last time in front of it.
Sucked out.
I'm done. I'm done. I am done. There's nothing else that you can say.
Let's a wrap.
Hey, Pittsburgh Nation, right?
You just said that way too hard.
He repeated it though. Like, he said, wow.
Bless him.
He be mad.
I still ain't know what happened, dog.
Can we get back on track?
He said, I still don't know what happened.
Hey, Jesse, just so you know, Jesse in the comments, just so you know, he did it to himself. And he did it to himself. In Martin's voice, he did it to himself.
Don't believe it.
It so happened I found one more too. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that. That was probably the worst one, but I found one more.
Oh God!
Oh man!
All right, let's save it for the end of the year. Let's save it for the end of the year.
So
we in September, right?
We was in September.
I don't see no more September. Yeah, so we November.
Yeah, Jesse, they this gang up on C-Mo tonight. Jesse, you hear that?
Don't try to ask you are a repeat offender.
Right.
You are like 3 of these.
You are 3 for 3.
Hey, we trying to help you out.
Right. You got the top 3. The top 3.
Let me shut up.
Hey, Simo, we did miss out on one of your favorite topics. The white boy on August 25th, Cal Rittenhouse was shooting people up.
That was in August. Okay.
Yeah.
Talk about that one scene.
You said I have never seen any such thing like that.
Yeah.
In previous episodes. But yeah, just a lot of people died in fucking 2020. Alex Trebek, RIP.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Alex Trebek.
That's a big one. That's a big one.
Yeah,
Joe Morgan.
Everybody don't watch them with their
because my
grandparents or aunt or whatever.
my parents used to watch Wheel of Fortune and fucking what's it called, Jeopardy every single day. You know what I'm saying? So that
That's
nigga
how
was
I
like
come
a
on.
regular, like Alex Trebek. Yeah, he was like a regular part of my life growing up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
See
Who
this
is the
nigga every
Redskins
day,
fan?
literally.
Who is the Redskins
Right.
fan? Watch your back.
Yeah.
Oh, he was? I ain't know that.
Yeah, big ass
Wow.
Redskins fan. And he's Canadian. Yeah.
I had no
word?
What did
idea.
you do that?
And he's Canadian. Wow, I had no idea.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Mhm. Who else? Joe Morgan passed away.
Tiny.
Who?
Then
What's the last one?
Sayers. Gail Sayers. Joe Morgan, baseball player.
Yeah. Joe
Oh,
Morgan.
okay.
Gail Sayers.
Pop.
There's a lot of people.
Yeah, Pop.
Homeboy, the dude from Houdini, Pop Smoke, the dude from Houdini, the main guy. He just passed away like a week ago from Houdini.
From Houdini.
Yeah.
You know that old school rap group that made that song "One Love" or "You Never You Only Just Get One Love," some shit like that.
King
Shit,
Von.
Little Richard.
Yeah, Little Richard. Yep.
Little Richard was into it.
Oh, Little Richard passed this year.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think that was early 2020.
That King Von. Here's a topic. Let's get into all these rappers getting arrested and going to jail. Like nigga, that shit was astronomical this year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well,
Then he got shot.
Or just even dying. Like you had King Von.
Boozy got shot.
Did
So
you get your man?
I feel like that.
Who came out?
Yeah, we even remember
6ix9ine came out of
Tekashi
jail.
ass.
Him too. Yep.
I don't really want to, but yeah.
That was another one.
I feel like I give him energy.
But I mean, I
Butcher
don't
got
know.
shot.
I know what people be saying that shit. We can put it all on Tekashi all at the end of the day, but you know, it's a what's it called? It's a codependent relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like that nigga wouldn't have got to the level of fame or notoriety if it wasn't for the people. So that just goes to show how corny the people are too to get this nigga that much notoriety. You know what I'm saying? Like it just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's like you attract what you are, or whatever the fuck the saying is. You know what I'm saying? Just think about it.
Shit. 70-some million people voted for Trump. Shit.
He lost.
70. Enough, exactly.
And then what else? Yeah, but that shit, man, like all these rappers dying like every other fucking week and shit like that, or getting arrested. That shit's been crazy. You know,
that's why I posted that question.
And
like,
the King Von shit was wildest to me. The thing about the King Von shit that was so wild to me, it was like kind of like if you go on YouTube or you're just, or even on Instagram, your normal algorithms, it's like shit was there, and you know what I'm saying, your normal things that you tune into, and then this nigga King Von just started popping up out of nowhere, and then like a month later, this nigga just dies. It's like I never searched for this nigga. Why is he in my fucking algorithms? You know what I'm saying? And then a month later, this nigga just gets killed. It almost makes me feel as if like if that was even like, you know, on some conspiracy theory shit. Like, do you think these labels be hired, like you know what I'm saying, be behind some of these niggas' deaths? You know what I'm saying? Because it's like a lot of rappers that you hear about them getting killed before you ever hear their records. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I read it.
And if them niggas didn't get killed or died, they wouldn't get as many streams and they wouldn't get as many record sales. It's like the amount of record sales that King Von may have gotten is because of his death, or some of those other guys. You see what I'm saying? It's like kind of like they got more popular. Like Jadakiss always used to always say, he used to be like, I forgot the line exactly, but he used to always say like, there's nothing more lucrative than a dead rapper. Like I think Jadakiss was the first nigga I ever heard say that shit. But it's true. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, it is true. Like I watched, I don't know what I was doing online one time, but I saw this thing. I read this article about like how some record labels like have life insurance on like their artists and shit.
Yeah,
and get that shit back when they die.
Yep,
that makes sense.
Yeah, that kind of being like a whole ploy to like
that makes sense.
Yeah, like how these they'll just get on and start bubbling, make all this money, and then be out the game like 6 months later. You know what I'm saying? So it's like almost like they get set up with the life insurance with their record deal, then they get that shit snatched up when they dead. So it's almost like the record label comes up twice. nice. Yeah, the record label still has all your shit for
Exactly,
residual,
bro. So
and they get like your life insurance.
exactly.
So yeah, nah, that shit is weird.
Exactly, Phil. So who's to
Yeah.
say that
Yeah.
that these rapper deaths, like the fucking record label might, like, think about it, it might be like put it like this, like like obviously this is all hypothetical, but let's say even Nipsey's situation, it's like, oh, we know a nigga from his neighborhood, a broke ass nigga, let me just put some money in his pocket, and we'll make more money off Nipsey today than what we would have made off him if he would have lived long term. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's what I mean.
who's to say that these record labels don't be behind a lot of this bullshit that be going on with these rappers? You know what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying. Yeah,
Remember we were talking about I forget the dude from Texas, the dude that got shot on the highway in Houston, how like that looked like
Mo
a hit.
Mo 3 or some shit like that.
Mo 3, how the motherfucker jumped off the bridge and landed on a truck
Who?
perfectly. Like that shit's crazy to me. That sounds like a goddamn hit. Yeah. Like that's
yeah.
Hey, read the police report on that shit for real.
Mo
Even
3.
hey, the witnesses said the motherfucker shot 2 shots. He hit one dude in the back of the shoulder that was in another car, hit the dude Mo or whatever, and jumped off a bridge, like perfectly landed on a truck and shit, coming at the same time. That just sound like some Mission Impossible shit. That's crazy.
Stop laughing.
With Mo number 2 and number 3.
Stop laughing.
I know that's not funny, bro. Not funny at all.
Y'all too much, dog. Y'all too much, dog.
Yeah, but that shit, I don't know.
Somebody in the comments said the girl from Glee died.
Oh yeah, that was crazy too. That was random.
Naya Rivera.
Yeah.
Who?
Naya Rivera.
Yeah. That was wild. Naya Rivera.
Like Lake Tahoe. The crazy thing was, like, she was on the boat with her son, and the son survived, and she somehow drowned on like a lake that had no like current or nothing like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wild shit.
Something's for real fishy, and what even more fishy is like her baby daddy, right? Supposedly hooked up with, like, I may be getting this wrong. Her baby daddy hooked up with her sister. Is that right?
Yeah. They're together now.
Yeah.
And moved in.
They're living in the same house. They're living in the same house.
Come on now. Come on now.
And that shit was heartbreaking. When they show like her father like just running in the lake and trying to like find her, it was heartbreaking.
Yeah, man.
Then I don't know if y'all said this too, but the WWE superstar was named Shad. Shad something.
He got washed up.
Yeah, he washed up and saw too.
Yeah.
And then
Wait, Shad what?
Let me find out his name.
He was up a short too.
He was with his son. He was with his son too.
Got too much.
Shad,
drunk, bro.
He's terrible.
Right.
Terrible.
Hey, shut up. This nigga laughing at everybody.
Damn. Was up a short too. Got too much.
his name is Shad Gasper. He's a black dude.
Yeah, I heard about that one. I heard about him washing up.
That happened right before the Glee clip.
Yeah, he was with a couple people. It wasn't just him by himself, right?
I know he's with his son. That's the only other one I know, but he could have. I'm sure he with people.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh man.
Stupid.
Oh, just dead air?
Dead air.
No sir.
Dead air. Here we go.
No, sir.
Hey, Sean Connery too.
Sean Connery died, bro.
Sean Connery.
Sean Connery.
Sean
Connery was the number one. Yep.
His shit was like May.
Sean Connery just saved you, Simo.
October.
007.
Oh, October. Okay.
007.
If we're gonna do that, we got John Thompson too.
Oh yeah,
R.I.P.
John
Thompson. Yep.
That one too. Damn.
I forgot about John. Damn. Oh,
Big George.
Lou Olsen too. Arizona Lou Olsen. He was another one.
Those are OGs of the fucking
Yeah. Forgot about that shit.
Those are like college basketball icons and shit.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
What's on sale?
You got Randall birthday and my birthday in October, so let's keep it moving.
Man, it's like 8 October birthdays.
Yeah.
Birthday October.
Matt.
He's the
first. Yep.
Al, you November, right?
Mm-hmm.
First, the fourth.
Last of
November
the
6th.
last of the
Oh, shit.
Scorpios.
Yeah.
Last of the Scorpios.
Y'all niggas, y'all some Scorpio ass niggas out here.
Yeah.
Winter months, the party months and shit too, though. That's the best birthday season.
Homecoming.
Yes, it was.
Woo!
Yep.
Love Oktoberfest.
Good
Yeah.
God.
Hey, I say the bread for Oktoberfest. I know the
Hey,
money.
you gotta eat your Wheaties. Hey, you gotta eat your
Yeah.
Wheaties in September because
Every
October.
night, yeah, because October, yeah, both up
October's
in
coming.
September. Because October, it
God.
gets real. Every night.
We didn't made men in October.
You take an
October's
L.
on.
You take an
October's
L.
very
You
own.
take an L. You take an L.
Yeah, October, woo, shit gets real. No work getting done. Niggas just waking up late. Eating
Hey,
bad.
so we got anything? We got any any newsworthy stories from October
No.
This birthday.
or even November?
Kind of weird. It's kind of weird. I don't have nothing in October.
Yeah, I don't think anything really happened in October.
That's when we was in our comfort level.
They let us live.
The COVID comfort level.
No.
What about
So I
November?
think we do have October. We do got October. I don't think just like we got October. October.
When did the
October surprise?
Because we
October surprise.
Who?
October surprise.
Oh, that's
Which,
when they let the Biden shit go.
Trump getting COVID. I mean, I guess that's considered one. But even right before that, we had Biden's Hunter Biden jump, and then we had the Hunter Biden laptop, and then we had the Trump son. No, the Rudy Giuliani in the movie.
The Giuliani jump was fake.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like when Trump got the COVID shit, and he was like taking all these experimental drugs, and they saying like this shit is not for somebody that's supposed to be, you know what I mean, like, you know, in great health. This is like the last resort shit. This is when I thought like, yeah, Trump is all in this shit too. And just like Bush and Clinton, or you know what I mean, all that other bullshit. I mean, this is all the show. And then we started doing research. Trump invested in Moderna back in like January, February. So this is all the show. They try to separate people, and try divide people. This is all the show.
Hey, you know what's so funny about that? Trump invested in Moderna, John, or Moderna. Like most times, especially like not even just like a president. Most times when you're like the actual person, when you're like a public figure, you don't actually say a name to a company. Like you always be like, there are multiple companies that are producing this type of vaccine. Like it was like multiple times where that nigga was like, we have Pfizer, we have Moderna, we have other companies that are out producing this vaccine. It's like,
he was blatant with it.
But the thing is, like all these other companies were still like eating off the shit, like Coca-Cola, Johnson and Johnson. Like everybody was eating off the shit.
He was doing that shit
Even
early,
it wasn't like frontline. Like these other companies are making money off like packaging, plastics and shit.
Right.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's. I mean, yeah.
So it's
just
like,
crazy.
It's just like that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, AJ, it's just like Corona, whether you like it or not, Corona is the new 9/11, and medicines are the new artillery, the new firearms, the new missiles and shit. Like
yeah,
it's
that's
the same
gonna
shit.
be a new consumer product. Yeah, that's what they're gonna be making.
And it's not a coincidence that it's almost like 10 years apart. Like shit happens.
Yeah, and now they got the mutant shit. So yeah,
right.
You're gonna have to get.
Yep.
You gonna have that fucking teenage. You gonna be teenage mutant ninja COVIDs in the joint real soon.
Next month.
Yep.
Next month.
And back into the comments, Jasmine Terrell once again she brought up another one, Cliff Robinson. That was another name that we lost in 2020. You know what I'm saying? Basketball. You know what I'm saying? Star from back in the 90s and shit.
Yeah.
And in real time as we speak, Mr. Primetime asks, y'all taking the vaccine? You know what I'm saying? Which we had this conversation last week, but you know what I'm saying? Like Hey, you know what I'm saying? Are y'all gonna take the vaccine? You know?
Man, it's way too early.
Hell
No,
no.
Oh, okay.
Too early. I'll take it. I'll
Nope.
take it if I got to take it. You know what I'm saying?
They said they're trying to make that shit like mandatory for like concerts and travel and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I like
They
to
try
travel,
to push
so
that.
I'm gonna have to take
Yeah,
that.
man, that ain't even fair though. Like,
Okay.
but you know they,
What you want me to
I
do?
know, you know, niggas got to get out.
What you want me to
Yeah,
do?
I gotta get out, but
What you want me
damn,
to do?
I ain't trying to get
Niggas
vaccinated.
been
for
waiting to
that
get out the house for almost a whole year. Yeah.
shit. That's what I mean. They're gonna be lining up when
As soon
shit
as we
first
can
open.
get on the plane, boy, what? Yeah, I'm taking that vaccine, boy. Okay. We out of this jump.
Oh man.
You don't even know what's in there, man. Why
No,
would you take that?
man.
Why would you take that and trust that'll heal this virus? Why they couldn't do that shit for HIV and all that other shit?
Matter of fact, my mama got that jump. My mama took the vaccine like a week or so ago, or whatever.
Oh,
She
word?
like the director of some healthcare shit in DC or whatever.
It was like the first part of it. She gotta go back and take the second part.
Yeah.
Everybody,
I
two
think you got to
parts.
take two. I think you got to take two or whatever. Yeah.
But what's
so
gonna
she
happen
had
when the mutant jump roll out? You gotta take the mutant jump too.
Exactly. They ain't gonna stop with that
And
shit.
then whatever jump B got right now, that he coughing on. You gotta take that jump.
Already hawking up over there.
Yeah, man. Quarantine that ass. Quarantine him, man.
All right.
Boy, you fresh.
So
Boy, you
hey,
stop playing. You fresh.
hey, so we in the month of November. We in November now, right? We in
Yep.
November.
What happened Thanksgiving?
All right. So what we got for November? Anything in November?
Oh shit! Don't forget about don't forget about all the. I think that was November. Was that November or December where all the rappers was getting indicted?
King Von got shot
that was-
November 6th.
No. I'm talking about indicted. So you got Casanova and then you got G Herbo right back to back.
Oh yeah, for the
Yeah.
federal.
Yep.
Hey,
All right. So what's your opinion on that? Because
what happened with Lil Durk too? Lil Durk was
was-
on camera, wasn't he?
yeah, no, Lil Durk had like a case that's been pending for like over a year. So before all this shit been going on, he already had issues going on. But my question to y'all, right? Because remember the Casanova and I forgot the other nigga, but you have DJ Vlad, who a lot of rappers go on his show and they do interviews on. So I want to know y'all honest opinion. Like, do y'all think DJ Vlad is the problem, or do y'all think niggas going on his show and giving up information is the problem? You know, you see what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, DJ Vlad wouldn't be DJ Vlad if niggas wasn't giving up information. You see what I'm saying? Part of the reason why niggas tune into DJ Vlad's show is because DJ Vlad talks about the real shit that niggas do behind the scenes. But these niggas give up the information. So is he the problem because he's actually giving niggas a platform to incriminate themselves, or are they more of a problem because they're willing to give up the information? Explain, like, what do y'all think?
It's funny because that's a Boondocks episode.
I explained what episode, what was going on. Explain it.
He was he was literally a fed in the Boondocks episode, and he was having these niggas spill the beans willingly, and that's what they be doing. Certain niggas know how to answer certain questions. Like Benny was like, he's like, so why you ask that the way you asked that? Like he was hip to it in real time. Like he was getting asked the shit, but in real time he was like, hold up, like I need to backtrack real quick. Why you asking that? And then even who else? P-Way Longway.
Surf too. Surf the Sue Surf.
Yeah. A lot of dudes don't be like hip to it in real time. Maybe like after the fact that he asked them, they be hip to it. But
I don't know.
It be on them. I can't even blame Vlad. I can't blame Vlad because like that's like any type of law enforcement you run into. If you want to call them law enforcement. So I mean, any type of like if you watch first 48 or anything, you don't have to talk to these niggas. It's your choice. Why are you going on his show knowing he might be the feds? Stupid.
I agree 150%. And even on top of that, you know what I'm saying? I feel like there's a certain level of like, you know, as far as rap niggas is like, we're trying to paint Vlad as like this super bad guy. I'm not trying to say he's a good guy. He probably is a full-blown snake. But my point is, you niggas are choosing to engage with a full-blown snake. So how you going to put all accountability on him? It's like kind of like, how are you going to give up information to somebody who you know is going to give that information up to, you know what I'm saying? It's like, how are you going to put it? It's like, oh shit, he created a platform and manipulated us, but y'all niggas is bragging. It's not like, this is what I'm saying. It's not like niggas is humbly like, I had to do what I had to do to survive. Niggas is like, yeah, I shot
Yeah,
that
but
nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like
part of their brand though. That's part of their music. Like, isn't that like
that's
we
my
do
point.
this? Yeah.
Exactly. So to
And
put it on Vlad, it makes no sense because you niggas build your fucking brand off the talking about the
Hot
criminal
shit.
activity that you do.
Hot
So how you
So
gonna
you
blame him because he asked you the question?
yeah, and
So
then it's not, and to even go even further, it's not even just like the simple fact that like they're like when you talk about it in your raps, I guess I mean we know that's still freedom of speech and you can talk about it, but it can also be like you are manipulating words to make it sound better. But like these niggas are literally going on in an interview and answering questions
yeah,
directly geared towards like how they involve themselves in criminal activity and like
Yep.
and they go on to explain how they did and further give more information. What's up, Taylor?
Hey, what's up, Teddy? Like I said, at the end of the day, Vlad wouldn't be Vlad if you niggas wasn't giving up information. So y'all can complain about him
y'all don't.
all you want. You'd be like, oh, look at this big ass platform he has, and he's trying to manipulate rappers. The nigga wouldn't be where he is if y'all wasn't talking about y'all criminal activity.
You don't think
So shut the fuck up.
you don't think it's about clout a little bit. You don't think it's like
Absolutely. Yeah.
yeah,
It's like
so
I'm the biggest, I'm the baddest.
yeah,
all that
that's
type.
what I'm thinking. I think it's purposeful.
Yeah,
Like I don't think like they that stupid to say stuff that they don't mean. You know what I mean? Like they go on there saying, you know, I'm gonna tell them everything that I did so I can get street cred and blah 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 blah. And if I get in trouble or indicted, I'll just pay that shit off, and then everybody know that I did this. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like it's purposeful. Like they ain't that stupid, man. I
yeah.
don't believe it.
And that's the whole point.
Niggas
I
can't wait
seen
to
the joint the
cover
other day with
themselves.
Meek. Exactly, Corey. I seen the joint the other day with
Can't wait.
Meek was talking about DJ academics, and he was like, "Oh, you over here like giving all this information to the kids and this, that, and third." I'm like, "Bruh, you a fucking rapper. How you gonna sit here and act like the imagery and the lyrics and the shit that you put out ain't detrimental to the youth? But you want to put it on the media, nigga? Like the thing that these niggas don't understand, these media niggas feed off of y'all. They would not be who you were if you weren't committing crimes, my nigga. Like, whether as much as y'all don't want to accept that shit, DJ academics wouldn't be DJ academics if y'all wasn't nigging. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it is what the fuck it is. So how y'all gonna put it all the way on him? Because for like y'all giving this nigga the space to talk about this shit.
Right.
I don't get it.
Exactly.
I don't understand. I don't understand that logic. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I see what you're saying. For sure.
Hey, real quick, just because
I'm not necessarily saying Vlad. I'm not. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, just because you brought up Meek, you know who's another person? Like remember him and Meek had the beef going back and forth, and like we always talked about how quote unquote like soft Wale and sensitive Wale is. Have y'all noticed that Meek is always like in some like remotely controversial or back and forth, like going back and forth with everybody recently as well? Like whether it's going back and forth with the people talking about the $20 where he was giving out to the kids, or going back and forth with like the rappers in Philly trying to get them signed and shit. Like he's literally having so many different back and forths now. It's just weird. I don't know. And it's funny because him and Wale had that beef and they was like about to fight, or they were going back and forth at one point in time too. I don't know why I brought that up. That's probably drunk facts right there.
No. I mean, honestly, I kind of noticed that shit because I'm like, this nigga Meek name just keep popping up in the news a lot lately. But I was chopped up to he probably has an album dropping. You know what I'm saying? And not just that, I also think that part of it might be him just feeding off that whole like, you know, Meek Mills, social justice. You know what I'm saying, for the people. So he kind of felt like he had some sort of obligation to speak out against certain shit that he may not agree with. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? I think the problem is a lot of niggas be trying to serve two masters, bro. Like you can't like in one breath be like, oh, real niggas, street niggas shoot you, kill you, and then next breath be like, oh nah, you can't be talking about criminology. It's like, nigga, your whole fucking image, your whole fucking career was built off talking about the criminal activity, my nigga. So because another motherfucker just chooses, like this is what I'm saying. If you didn't talk about it in your rhymes, there wouldn't be a DJ Academics. There wouldn't be a DJ Vlad. So you niggas need to take accountability from yourself. You see what I'm trying to say?
Hey,
These niggas
quick,
wouldn't exist if y'all wouldn't talk about the shit that's on your rhymes.
One last thing, real quick. Are these niggas actually DJs? Because I don't necessarily ever hear them putting out like actually,
I don't think
like it was DJ Drama, music, DJ Clue. Like they actually had music that was put out. Like them niggas. I don't remember.
I never heard of Academics. Never.
All right. Sorry, that's the junk facts.
I agree. So it's not no dead silence out this joint. I just want to say, how about them Steelers? You know what I'm saying? Before y'all had
Boy, stop.
shot, you know what I'm saying? Oh damn! All right, go ahead. Pause.
Go ahead and take your shot, Corey.
Go ahead and get your shot, Doc. Go ahead and get your shot, Doc.
Oh man. PS5 came out and dropped in November too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, it dropped. Hey, how did y'all for those who got their PS5s? Because trust me, I bought it. Like I said, I talking to y'all earlier. I ain't buy no. I haven't bought a video game system in years, so I bought a PS4 only because I just assumed I wasn't gonna be able to get the PS5. But for those who got it, how did y'all get that shit? Because I literally thought that it would be damn near impossible to get a PS5. Because I attempted one time and then I was like, fuck that shit. I'm just gonna get the PS4 and then I'll get the PS5 in the future. How did y'all get that shit? How did y'all get that
internet. The internet.
Is it the internet?
I got it by just chance. It's the stars aligned and
internet and dedication.
Dude said he wanted a PS5. I kept asking him what he wanted for Christmas.
Hey, y'all remember Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Yeah,
it was like that.
Oh yeah.
It was survival out there, joint. Survival of the fittest. But Marcus, it was a lot of sleepless nights, waking up at 3:00 in the morning trying to catch a Target drop or a Best Buy drop or a Walmart drop.
So it wasn't easy.
No, it was not easy.
You put in work to get that job.
Yes.
All right, that's what I'm saying. You had to put in work to get that shit.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. That's what I was asking.
And that's just
one of our last topics right here. I want to have a bold. It could be a lot.
2021 prediction.
Yeah. In the last month, December.
What's your boldest 2021 prediction?
Hey, Corey, don't say it. Corey, please don't fucking say it.
You know it's coming.
Corey,
you know it's coming.
Yeah.
You know it's coming.
Nah. Go ahead, Simo. Say what you gotta say, bro.
We already got 100 on it.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, we already got 100 on it, Corey. And you also owe me 100. You didn't make the playoffs in our fantasy.
What? 100 for what?
Do anybody remember this? Do anybody remember
close
this?
to the camera like shit.
Do anybody remember this?
Yeah,
Do anybody remember this? Okay. Do I gotta dig up the tape too?
Who?
Yeah,
we got
to dig up
the tape. I remember. I know. I bet on Pittsburgh all the time. I don't know.
No. I said you was not gonna make the playoffs in our fantasy league.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I bet on Pittsburgh all the time. I remember that.
No, this guy ain't doing Pittsburgh.
But what I'm saying is, as far as fantasy football, I don't remember that. I don't remember that one. We can bet on Pittsburgh all day. I know we got bets on Pittsburgh.
This nigga's litty.
He good.
I know what that fantasy football dog.
I got a bold prediction. I got one.
All right, go ahead, B.
J. Cole will release an album and it will shit on all of his previous ones.
J. Cole.
That's believable because I heard like 2 days ago, like he has like 3 albums in the chamber. Yeah, so
that's what I'm saying.
Before he retires.
Yep. So
that shit gonna be She's been stacking.
They're putting shit like that. They're putting like shit like that out there.
I believe. What you got, Al? You got something, Al?
Not yet. Give me something.
Chat, you got some shit?
Say Trump is still gonna be president in 2021.
Oh shit! Here we go.
Love him some Trump. Corey loves some Trump.
Real talk, he do.
Right, he do.
I like talking about that. I like talking about that motherfucker because he's stupid as shit, just like me.
All right, I got one. This is my bold 2021 prediction. I think there's going to be a real legit push of a new owner for Washington football team, formerly known the Washington Redskins. And you know who I think the push is going to be from?
Bezos.
Jeff Bezos all day.
I think Jeff Bezos is gonna make a legit push. This is like a dirty game that's going on right now. If you look at all these headlines, it's a dirty game. Like all his friends, all his like cronies.
I would say if anybody had the money,
hold on, it's not about the money. It's not about the money. He's trying to like diminish this nigga in like the media. It's weird as fuck. It's in. Jeff Bezos just bought the Washington Post, and he's slandering Dan Snyder every chance he get. So even though people don't like Dan Snyder as a Redskin, you know what I mean, owner, he's our only like connection to the history of this team right now. Because if Jeff Bezos get this shit, he gonna cost what, like the Washington Primes or some shit. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. Jeff Bezos is trying to
Washington Primes, nigga. We didn't got commercialized all the way. I mean, we know sport, but you know what I'm saying. Call us the Amazon Primes to the Washington Primes, nigga. Like, goddamn. Like, fuck all y'all history, nigga. This is
at all.
Like I said, at least Dan is a real fan. Jeff Bezos is like, oh, these niggas is lucrative. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how he looking at it.
Yeah, well, that's the same way Snyder looked at the shit. That's why.
No. But
I mean,
Jeff Bezos is
at least he's a real fan, though.
Yeah,
he's a fan, but he don't know shit about football. Clearly, clearly.
Well, that's my bold prediction.
And Jeff, but I think there's a lot of fucking credibility to that because remember he just bought that they've been opening up all these Amazon little joints in the DC area too, and I think they about to have like a joint in like Arlington or like Crystal City or some shit like that.
Everywhere.
So like
Atlanta,
everywhere. That's what I'm saying.
And Bernie and they're watch
niggas setting up shop in DC like crazy.
Virginia,
he's setting up shop over here crazy.
What y'all gonna do if they call us the fucking Washington Primes? I don't think I can rock with that.
I mean, hey, but if the colors are still burgundy and gold, I mean, what you gonna do? Still burgundy and gold, nigga. You gonna. I know, but you gonna still support, nigga. Trust me. That them colors alone, like they tap into your soul, kind of.
Yeah.
Change the colors.
I don't know.
Change the colors, please.
I don't know.
Said change the colors, please.
Come on, man.
Ain't no way.
Come on, dog.
All right, y'all. So what we got anything else in 2020 to talk about as far as even like December, December right now? We're in December, so we at the end of the race right now at this point. Oh, all right. Well, here, last topic, I guess. Well, I guess we can talk about these stimulus checks, I guess, right? Because the first they were saying $600. Then they said Trump was like, nah, fuck that, make it 2,000. You know what I'm saying? So I guess that's the last big story. Because what I mean, but what I'm saying is whether it affects us or not, that shit still affects a lot of Americans. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, that shit's still a big ass story. And as far as I know, that's probably the biggest story that's going into the new year right now. These stimulus checks.
Yeah.
So, what y'all think about that shit?
It's just like, I don't know, just to keep people like
niggas was like
in close reach.
No more. It's $600. You know what I'm saying? $600.
It's $600.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
Some
little some slight, little TV,
chunky dunky,
little squiddy. Shit. What the fuck? It's $600. I don't know what these things. I don't know who they thought they was keeping. I don't know, man.
That should be. It sound like hush hush money. That's what it sound like.
Yeah, then they were saying like Trump was trying
probably.
they was trying to approve what two stacks.
Yeah,
it don't matter. Like it's all hush hush money. Why y'all giving us money?
Like I said, I ain't got none.
That's definitely
not
like
a near stimulus check. I ain't got none a near stimulus check. So fuck him.
I think it's more one of those things like let's just give these niggas enough to shut the fuck up or make them pacify them and shit. But at the end of the day, $600 ain't shit. That ain't changing nothing. Niggas, how many bills you paying with $600, bro? Like maybe like your internet. Like what the fuck you paying for with that shit? Like,
one,
like you know what I'm saying? Like
a half a jump.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's like don't get me wrong. It's better than nothing. But come on, bro. We supposed to be the leaders of the free world and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck?
Niggas want to have all them Christmas lights on during December. You can pay half of a joint.
Niggas are like, they basically giving you enough money to pay for your electric bill because you had all them lights out. That's basically all that shit was. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, that's all that shit is.
Half a billy.
Easy.
That's like I'm sorry flowers or some shit like that.
Yeah, but it's more behind it too because there's gonna be millions of dollars that go to companies just like it was before. They getting richer. It's the same shit, man. It's not about us. It's about them.
Yep.
They're gonna get richer and richer, and they're gonna separate. It's gonna be more separation between the rich people and middle class and poor people. It's
legally, though.
I feel like that's the direct
legally
world.
Exactly.
I don't think that's just an American thing. I feel like that's the world. Like the gap between the rich and the poor is like getting bigger and bigger and bigger. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Agreed. But it's more. I think
it's almost like nigga, either you balling or you ain't shit. It's like one of those things. I feel like back in the day, like in the '60s, and like like a nigga could have been a janitor at a high school. Like think about this shit though. Like in the '60s, you could have been a janitor at a high school and was able to feed a family of 5. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like that no more. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's a completely different world now.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You gotta be balling like a bitch out here, baby.
You either balling or you ain't
like that.
I know, but it's true. It's like either you balling or you ain't doing nothing. That's kind of like the world we live in now.
Yeah.
Balling like a Rondo.
Especially in the United States, because there's stuff that gets paid for in Canada and other countries. You know what I'm saying? Like they get healthcare, you know what I'm saying? Like they get like the essentials at least. Man, we don't get shit here.
We get the frown upon that, baby. You can't get no essentials out here.
We don't get shit here. They like you better get all of this shit yourself.
That's my textilist, baby.
Worry about yourself.
Exactly.
Well, yeah. You right, man. Oh, no.
Flight Room Podcast.
Yeah.
2020
classic episode. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, classic
live episode. Merch
2020 wrapped up. See y'all in 2021.
Can I play the last
right?
pause
mode? Oh yeah.
Bro,
might as well finish. Yeah, go ahead.
Fuck y'all. If it's going on me, fuck y'all. Right.
Yes, I told you are a repeat offender.
All right.
Sorry.
All right.
Who is this nigga? Oh, that's Paul. Paul, who is this nigga we waiting on? Let me go ahead and grab this dude up real quick.
Oh, guess they had their eye on him too.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
Need that drink.
Me Too movement. Hey,
Really? Off the draft?
Nigga, go ahead, grab this.
I ain't saying nothing. I ain't saying nothing.
Yo. Yeah, you good, Corey. I ain't judging you, bro.
They hating on me, man. They pray and pray on my downfall. They pray and pray.
I ain't judging you, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
Yeah. All right.
It was a good year, though. It was a good year.
It definitely, yeah. It's been good.
What you just say, B?
This year. Hey, Young.
I was going to agree, but then I was like, not really.
Rather not, huh?
Right. Hey, now, but for real, for good or for bad, this is one of those years that's going to go down in history. We're going to talk about this to our grandchildren. Like this is just some shit. You know what I'm saying? We don't deal with all the time. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Like we said, we all still here. We just be appreciated for the moment. You know what I'm saying? For the fact that we, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? We're still here. You know, as much negativity that came through this year, there's a lot of optimism. That means that we have space for growth, space to get better. So we can't complain too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, only thing 2020 can do really for you is to make you better and stronger. At the end of the day, this year can only make you better and stronger, bro. So just embrace that. Just embrace the aspect of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. And we will see y'all next time from the Flight Room Podcast. And we out here with the merch. We got these.
See ya in 2021, baby.
Yeah, so okay.
Love you guys.
Bro.
Ciao, Bella.
It's only going